Still on. Okay. So you're at your home right now, right?
Home is where the heart is.
You've got this wooden mannequin that you keep. You've got almost like a little mini dojo. It's like a studio, right?
Oh yeah.
And you are proficient with a lot of different kinds of weapons. You know how to use swords and spears, and you know how to fist fight, all that kind of stuff.
Damn straight. Alright.
So, I want you to do me a favor and roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Clicked on it. Normal attack. +7.
So, you land both hits, and a 14 and a 24. So the first hit was maybe a little bit rough. The second hit was clean, and you cut the entire mannequin straight in half. You just, like, there aren't any splinters. It's like a perfectly, you like polished the wood as you cut through it.
Alright.
And the bottom half of the mannequin just falls to the floor.
Thank Ignis for that true strike.
That's so yeah, your dojo is like a little bit ruined now, actually.
Damn. Fuck this place up.
The next episode of this epic anime.
Oh god. Sweat my balls off now.
You've got a little bit of cash on you, and
Yeah, how much?
you've got 500 gold,
That's right.
and
500.
you're free to do whatever you want in the city.
I think I'm gonna go to the ice cream parlor.
You're gonna go to the ice cream parlor? Hold on.
Faerie.
Hold on. You live around the block from an ice cream parlor. You probably moved there for that reason.
Exactly.
I rolled a 94. Looking for ice cream parlor in relation to your house.
That's destiny.
So there is actually an ice cream joint right around the corner from you.
Alright, what kind of flavors do they got?
This place, it's actually a Dwarven delicacy. It's like cold stone, right? So it's like an ancient Dwarven tradition where they make ice cream on this like enchanted slab of marble that's like chilled, you know, and they make it right in front of you, and it's delicious.
Do we know how they chill it?
It's arcane magic. It's you know, cryomancy.
Alright.
It's not cheap though. It's not cheap. If you want like a scoop, like I would say to get like 2 scoops is like a gold piece, which is extremely expensive.
I don't care.
You don't need, dude, you're binging. Are you just gonna be we're just gonna be big fat bitches.
I just worked out hard.
That's true. You gotta fuel up, dude.
With some creams.
Okay, so this is.
Alright, what kind of flavors do they got? Do we answer that?
They've got the classics, right? But then dwarves also have a lot of really weird flavors. Like they have like a whiskey flavored ice cream, which is you would think that it's like, oh, it's gonna be like whiskey but like sweet, and it's not. It's literally just like straight up. It tastes like Jameson. It's rough.
Shit.
Yeah, but they like it.
My guy might like that though. Alright, give me some of that.
You want some of that?
Give me that!
Listen, I'm gonna have you roll a con save for me, and it's also gonna be 1 gold.
Alright, 1 gold. Do we gotta, like...
Well, unless you want to, like, dine and dash, but that's kind of fucked up if you're gonna do that.
No, do you gotta, like, minus 1?
Yeah, well, I would hope that you would, unless you're gonna lie to me.
Okay, I gotta do it, okay. So, $4.99. Got it.
And then...
Now I am 9.98 total weight.
Roll a d20. You're going to be doing a con save.
Three.
You are now late and buzzed.
Whoa! Holy shit!
It's strong. It's strong stuff. Very refreshing though.
God damn.
Very refreshing.
Put some hair in my balls.
It's a hot day. You know, it's a hot day. You got some nice, cool ice cream.
How drunk am I? Can I see? Can I walk?
Well, you're a big dude.
Okay.
But you did roll a 3.
I know.
So you're not doing a great job. You're a little. It shows in the way you walk. You know. You maybe a little bit, little slurs when you talk a little bit. Just a little bit though. It's okay.
I think I gotta get you somewhere.
I got a thing I gotta do. It's fine.
Oh god. Oh god.
And you're currently like a block. You're a block away from your house. You're just like,
All right, I'm gonna attempt to go to wherever I can't even remember where do I gotta go.
You got to the observatory.
In real life.
You're going to the observatory.
All right, I almost said astral planes. I'm gonna attempt to go to the observatory.
Do me a favor and roll another d20.
Woo! I'm rolling them.
What is it?
Sure am rolling them.
What is it? Is it 1? You roll the 1.
Yes, critical failure, yes.
You immediately get horribly and utterly lost. You make like 7 wrong turns in a row. And you're
Yes, 3rd Street?
You're in a neighborhood that you do not recognize.
Where the fuck? Why are there centaurs?
There might be. No, there aren't any centaurs. There aren't. You think you saw one. It was a guy on a horse. It was a dude riding a horse.
Oh, it was a dude on a horse.
Sorry.
Damn it, dude. Ice cream was a bad choice.
Another hour passes, and you start to sober up a little bit. And you realize that you are still on your block.
All right, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee.
Okay. The Cold Stone serves coffee.
All right, I'm back.
They have a really nice whiskey blend. It's really popular with dwarves.
Oh no! No more.
Little hair of the dog that bit you.
Yeah.
No, they have regular coffee as well.
All right. Actually, can I have an extra shot of espresso myself?
Of course. And the barista feels bad for you. He's like, "Hey man, it's on the house."
Seriously?
Yeah.
Thank you.
He gives you a little wink, you know.
Hello, y'all.
Yo.
All
right, I'm ready to go whenever.
We're on Tacitus's big day out.
Yeah, it's not,
Are you still lost?
He's hitting the town.
not going
He's
well.
lost?
He found his way. He's back.
I was about to be like, what?
It's
Not where I started.
He's almost 2 hours late, and he's like a block away from his house.
Okay, well, how much is the coffee?
It's on the house. It's on the
Oh,
house.
yeah, that's right. It's
Yeah.
on the house. Sorry, I'm still a little...
He gives you a little wink.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna ask him what's his name. What's your name?
My name? He's like, oh, my name's it's Willem.
Well, I'm Tacitus. Thank you. I appreciate it.
He holds onto your hand just a little bit longer than you expected, and then as you leave, you hear him whisper, "I won't forget you."
Oh, I didn't get that. What'd you?
What? No. Have a nice day.
All right, whatever, man.
So okay, you're going to the observatory?
Yes, finally.
Okay. You make it there without any issues. You can see that this building, you can see it from fucking streets and streets away. It's a giant dome with a huge telescope, like, jutting from the top of it.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a really, really, like, exceptionally built, like, monument of a building. Has Joe arrived yet, Brennan? Oh,
Brennan.
he can't hear me. The focus.
Get it together, man.
The determination. Hey! Oh my god, I can't hear you, but I'm so excited to see that you're back.
And I switched the mic thing to a different thing.
Dude, I hate when you switch
Joseph.
things and
Yes.
switch things.
You're at the gates. You're at the western gate of Crown City. You're 2 hours early, and you've been walking for 3 weeks, and you're not even tired. Your legs aren't. They don't ache. This is just a pilgrimage. And you know where you're supposed to go, but you have 2 hours to kill.
So I have 2 hours to kill.
Yes.
Kill it hard.
Well, okay. So I'm supposed to go to this like what are they called? The people giving us this.
So the place is called the Astral Observatory. And
Is that where I'm heading?
Yes.
I'm just gonna go there, even though I'm 2 hours early.
Okay. Okay, you go straight there.
I don't think I really understand many like
Same-
social faux pas.
Right.
Real quick. Is anybody else hearing Corey cut out at the end of his sentence?
I'll move my microphone a little closer, maybe.
Might just be me. I don't know.
He's cut out a couple times for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's so much better. Whoops.
Brendan, your turn.
What do we got going on?
You actually have been to the Astral Observatory before,
Hell yeah.
because you have worked there before. So it's up to you whether or not you want to already be there.
Yeah, I could just go there. Honestly, I don't want to do.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to get in any trouble without these guys.
So it's early in the morning, and you see someone walk in through the door. And Joe, can you describe yourself?
I'm pretty unassuming. I'm probably wearing like brown and black colors, and probably the most standout feature about my appearance is probably just a bandana and sandals. But other than that, everything.
You got hair?
Yeah, I got some some spiky black hair, but
Oh, you fucking.
it's
It's
other than like
spiky.
my sandals though, it's just everything seems like I'm just pretty much poor.
Yeah, I look pretty poor too, honestly.
Am I looking for a particular person
Actually,
in my mission statement or something?
the minute that you walk in, you're approached by a dwarf, and this dwarf is a mage, and his beard is like braided and like worked in with all these like gemstones and like things with runes on them, and he's just covered in artifacts. He's got a magic ring on every finger. He's got a big floppy hat, and he's got this staff that's got like an eyeball floating on the end of it, and the staff itself just kind of like follows him around.
I think to myself that's a little excessive.
He walks up to you and he's like, "You, yes, you. You're the one from the monastery, correct?"
Yeah.
He holds out his hand to you. He's got these big, square sausage fingers, and he says, "They call me Thunderbeard, Mage of the Circle."
Hold on, let me pull up my character sheet real quick.
I like
Oh,
sauce.
I want to do something. How do I pull up my character sheet? Okay, I found it.
You go to character sheet.
I found it. Yeah, it's not in there. It's actually under the newspaper thing, then characters, then my name, okay? And
That's
then
the
you,
character sheet.
then you gotta switch to another tab after that. So,
And sausage is really good.
Now kiss.
could I roll like a perception search check to see if I like recognize any like insignias on him or anything?
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. I have perception +7.
Okay.
Matt, what's your problem, dude?
I don't know. My page went down.
With the roll 20?
Yeah. Why are you doing this?
We gotta go to the messages now.
I got a 13. I should have just rolled passive.
You definitely do recognize some stuff.
Like it's like he's of the order I'm looking for. Is what I'm looking for. Right?
Yes. So you recognize that he's covered in a lot of like arcane symbolism, and in particular, there's an emblem that represents an order known as the Circle, and the Circle are like the most elite order of mages.
Sure.
And there's only 7 of them. There can only be 7 mages of the Circle at one given point. And so the fact that he's a member of them is kind of a big deal.
Okay, did you name where I'm from, or can I name that village or whatever?
No, I did not. I named the monastery.
You named the monastery.
Yes.
That's it, right?
Yes.
All right. So once I recognize his credentials, hold on. I got to go back to this. All right.
Dude, can
Once
I
I
take a bathroom break real quick?
Go ahead.
yeah.
Right.
But once I recognize his credentials, I give like the ninja bow, and I'm like, Iomi of the Umbra village,
He
at your service.
he does an awkward little shuffle where he retracts his hand and almost recognizes that he didn't greet you traditionally, and he actually returns the bow with perfect form.
Nice.
Yeah. So he forgot. He's like, "Oh, I'm supposed to do this," but he knows. He knows. Yeah.
I would like to respectfully look him in the eye in silence.
Okay. Yeah. So he totally. Yeah. You can see that he's like a really bright dude, so he understands how to communicate with you.
That's funny.
But he sort of like ushers you along with him, and you move through the observatory with him, and you see that the building is itself cylindrical, right? Mm-hmm. And along the walls are these bookshelves that sort of shift on their own as mages go to reach for the shelves. The shelves will slide along and bring the book to you. And there are also, along the observatory, there are these golems. And these golems act like secretaries, and they're all stylized like beautiful women. They all look like gorgeous, voluptuous babes, but they're made out of like pale metal. And they're all carrying...
And I take it they're just human size?
Yes, yeah. And they're all carrying stacks of books, and they're all tending to the mages and bending over provocatively when they have to pick something up. And Thunderbeard ushers you to this central hub where you see a man who is going to be described by Brendan.
Alright, so I got kind of a description, I guess. Alright. So I'm a human. Like, what did I go for? Like 5'10". Kind of tall, kind of young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No. But, also look like I'm poor. I got, like, some muddy-ass black boots, black cape, kind of like a greenish, studded leather armor going on. And then I got my dog Boxcars. He's a Mastiff.
So you got a big boy.
Collar. Oh yeah, I got a big boy.
You got a big old dog.
Well, I thought about changing it, but they're pretty good at tracking and stuff. That's what it says in the Monster Manual or the PHB, so it's fine.
So you're both very unassuming looking characters. You're both very modestly dressed.
Yes.
Don't assume I see you.
Only level 5. It can't be too like
level 5 is a big deal. You're skilled guys. So Thunderbeard brings this man to you, Brendan, and you know him already. You've met Thunderbeard, and so he says, "What's your name, Galan?"
Galan.
He says,
Galan White.
He says, "Galan, this is Iomi. He's going to be working with us today on our experiment."
I would like to ask the dwarf if everyone, and this is gonna have like a judgmental tone to it. Does everyone use magic like this?
What kind of magic?
It's maybe a bit excessive, I agree. However, the Circle recently got quite a lucrative donation from the Sisterhood, so we've upped things quite a bit around here lately.
Well, after he says that, I repeat my bow to Brendan.
The fuck is this?
Just a simple greeting.
I'm talking to Thunderbeard.
Iomi here comes from the Wailing Monastery to the east. He's a very skilled martial artist.
I spit on the ground.
I hand Brendan a gold coin. Or what's your character's name? It's what?
Galen.
Galan. It's like Gaelic, but with an N. Okay, Galan.
You know, we
I had
our
Galen.
names on our Discord. Sorry.
We could actually probably do that over the stream. We were Streamlabs, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Sure. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, you're good.
Matt, you got an echo. Does anybody else hear an echo from Matt?
Hello?
Got it.
That was
Damn
good.
it.
Can we continue?
I told you, Corey, my guy thinks he's been doing it for a while. It's one of my flaws.
Yes.
But anyway, I'm gonna give a gold piece to Galen.
Just so you're going to hand it or flick it?
I'm just gonna hand it to you, like hold it out to you.
I'm going to bite it, see if it's real, and then put it in my pocket.
You take it? Okay. You take it?
Yeah.
Um,
Alright. He gets... Alright, yeah. Let's see. See what he's got.
Where I come from, we're taught to help the less fortunate.
So, yeah. Go, no, you can respond if you'd like. I'm sorry.
This guy's... Okay, this guy's...
What, is that not enough? I have another gold piece if you'd like.
Yeah, 500 gold in this... I'm not even gonna...
My face drops, Animu face. Over 500 gold, the thought of it. Just
Watch
big
watch
eyes
this,
and shit.
Watch this fucker.
You guys are quite early at the moment. So Thunderbeard he wants to spend this time telling you guys about what you're going to be doing today.
Who we waiting on?
There's one person who's supposed to be here. He should be here around noon.
You find the weirdest guys, I tell you.
During the next 2 hours, Thunderbeard goes over the briefing for you two. And then noon rolls around, and no one shows up. And then a half an hour passes, and no one shows up. And then an hour passes, and no one shows up. And then around 2 p.m., in stumbles this big buff dude who will be described by Matt.
Did you get my message about red hair?
Yes.
Okay, is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
You can design your character how you like with hair.
He's did you just say to me?
I'm sorry, continue.
He's a dwarf.
You're a dwarf?
Where is his height?
What?
You're a little quiet, Matt.
Who, me?
Matt.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to fix the echo, but
There's no echo.
There is no echo. You're just quiet.
yeah, because I turned it down.
No, I fixed the echo. It was on my
Oh,
end.
you did?
Yes.
Your fault? Alright. How am I sounding now?
Great.
Fantastic, dude.
Great. Glad to
Okay,
be here.
dwarf, I am, what was it, 5?
You are 4 feet tall. You're tiny.
Okay.
But you're buff as shit.
I'm a rippling. and
He's a
probably
barb, right?
Yes. Yes.
What?
Well,
I'm busy.
I have red hair. I have about little shorter than shoulder length hair, and I have about the beard I have now. Red beard,
Nice. Red beard.
and
Nice.
I'm sweating. I look very out of it. I'm probably not even sure if I'm at the right place. Like, is this the observatory?
You're immediately ushered in by a bunch of young mages, young scholars, who they kind of like just start like shooing you towards the center of the observatory because you're late as
take it
fuck.
easy.
Yeah, and they're all pushing you, and there's like golems moving out of the way, and you see waiting on this sort of like lounge couch area are these two unassuming adventurers, and you guys are all in the same room now.
You didn't tell me I was fucking working with dwarfs.
As soon as Matt, what is your character's name?
Tacitus.
Tacitus says, "Is this the observatory?" I just like shoot him a glare, like a.
What's going on? What's wrong with dwarves?
Listen, we don't have a lot of time, Thunderbeard interjects. We were supposed to do this a while ago. Where we're going, time sort of functions differently, and we are way behind schedule. So he sort of hands you guys these blank parchments. You guys No, I would say actually Yaz. You already know about how to make maps. It's already a
Make
skill.
what?
Make maps.
Okay.
It's a skill that Horizon Walkers have to have.
Yeah, I'm like looking at some shit.
And these are just blank parchments for making maps.
Okay.
He says, "We're sending you guys to a place called the Feywild. Have you ever heard of that?"
Probably. I don't know. Probably not. Maybe.
The Feywild is also known as Gaia's Domain. It's a place that we've recently expanded our reach into, and we've got some things that we need to have explored, some things that we need to have investigated, and you three are the perfect candidates.
Damn straight.
Have you ever heard of a thing called the Golden Pomegranate?
No.
You want us to go looking for fruit?
Does anybody have knowledge of history or knowledge of religion?
No.
Nope.
None. Okay, that's fine.
I
So-
have no knowledge.
So, the Golden
I
Pomegranate,
am knowledge.
you are knowledge.
I am knowledge.
I am become knowledge.
I knowledge.
So, the Golden Pomegranate is in ancient myths and legends. It's said that it grows in Gaia's domain every 100 years, and that she gifts it to heroes that she chooses every century.
Huh.
The Circle has reason to believe that we can locate this tree, get the pomegranate, and just use it for ourselves.
Okay.
So that's what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
It should be...
That was Joe saying that. Iomi did not respond to that at all. He's just stone face.
We don't know how far of a destination it's going to be, and we do know that the terrain is relatively hostile, and deceiving would be the word that we could use. Things aren't exactly what they seem in the Feywild, so we ask that you keep your wits about you.
I'm gonna swear something in Ignan.
Sure. I would say Thunderbeard probably raises his eyebrows. He probably understood what you said.
It would take a very strong genjutsu to take my mind.
One thing that you should know about the Feywild is the astrology is different. The stars work very differently than they do here. There are 6 moons. Each of the moons are a different color, and they each rise and fall in different directions. There is no north, south, east, west. It's going to be jarring. So, because this is your first foray into a different plane, you have to get used to those kinds of things. Gravity is different, the atmosphere is different, the wildlife, the flora, the fauna, it's all going to be very new to you and potentially lethal.
I can do it. No problem.
I hope
Not
so.
an issue for me.
That's what we're paying you for.
Yeah.
How much are we getting paid
I'm
again?
professional.
5,000 gold. You don't have a time limit. All I ask is that you don't die.
That wouldn't be
Okay.
good for me or you. So I probably won't fucking die.
If you guys are ready to
Save
begin,
your ass.
can I have you step through the way gate, please? And he kind of gestures his hands at what was just like a circular platform on the ground, and it sort of like opens up into this large portal, like this opening just hole in the ground with like this glowing sort of aura through it. And he's like, step through the way gate, please.
Without hesitation.
So Iomi just like kind of like sets one foot into it and just sinks down and disappears.
I'm gonna put my goggles on.
You have goggles?
Boxcars goggles on.
Okay. It's
Where did
canon.
it come through?
It's canon that Horizon Walkers wear goggles now.
I think
All
so.
of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Cannonball!
Here we go!
So
It's like there's a Horizon Walker hero from ancient times who wore goggles, and now they all do
and
it.
it's like, oh, that's sick.
There ain't nothing like your first jump!
So Galan and his dog step through the portal, and then Tacitus cannonballs into the portal. And you guys have this weird sort of shifting sensation where you go from moving down to moving forward. And all of a sudden you're stepping outward, standing. And the portal behind you is now standing. It's like a circle, sort of like a Stargate from that old TV show, you know? And you guys are in this really dense, almost rainforest-looking place.
Nice.
The portal behind you is made of, like, finely carved stone, and there's a small sort of landing pad of finely carved stone as well. Galan would recognize this as, like, Horizon Walker architecture, because a lot of Horizon Walkers are dwarves. So this is almost like a little home base that maybe a former crew crafted when they were exploring in the Feywild.
Nice.
You guys hear a voice in your head, and it's Thunderbeard, and he's like, "Once you leave this way station, I can't communicate with you anymore. You're on your own."
What if we come back?
Oh yeah, you're free to come back anytime you like.
Okay. So we always know, like, we'll know where this portal is, or maybe
No.
not? Okay.
It's going to be up to you to map it out as you go.
Good thing I can detect portal.
Did you say we do have a map, or Brendan can make maps?
Huh?
Or...
Make maps.
Brendan can make maps.
Nothing much. Hey, I'm gonna be playing D&D online. I'm gonna be talking to myself and making weird noises, probably. So just to let you know, okay?
Talking to myself and making weird noises. That's the whole game.
That's true. It's true, actually.
That's D&D right there.
Okay. So, you guys are currently in this... It's called the Way Station. It's just the small hub where the portal stands. It's always there. It's always open. But there are no maps made. It's your guys' job to be mapping out routes and things like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is completely new frontier territory.
Now, okay, so we're looking for this like fruit thing.
Yes.
You said
It's a pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
a pomegranate. Yeah, that's
Yes.
what it was.
Yes.
Golden pomegranate.
Um.
Now, do we have any type of lead
Yes.
to follow to get to it?
You have one lead. The
What was that?
the last group of walkers to traverse the Feywild noted that there are 6 moons and that they're all colored, right?
Okay.
You guys look up at the night sky because it is nighttime here, even though it was daytime in Crown City.
Hell
And-
yeah, love the nighttime.
You see that the stars are actually aligned in this extremely intricate, like, vine and leaf pattern. It looks impossible. And you see that there are indeed 6 moons, and that they're aligned in like a hexagon. One is white, one is blue, one is purple, one is green, one is gold, and one is orange. And
Could you possibly give us some sort of a visual on Roll20?
sure,
Because I feel like that's a lot of information to.
it's
to remember.
actually, at the moment, all you need to know is that the walkers believe you follow the golden moon to get to the golden pomegranate.
Okay.
But I can absolutely do that. I'll do it right now. Can you guys see this map that's currently open?
I see a white. I see white. That's it.
And I believe people who are watching the stream can see it too.
Yes. Yes. We can see it.
I can see it. There's some boobs. There's a third boob. Fourth
Chester
boob.
predicts Thunderbeard is possibly insane or high or both.
That's true, actually.
Good job,
Yeah,
Chester.
yeah.
You're figuring it out.
If
This isn't our first campaign.
if you're looking straight up into the night sky, the 6 moons come together in a hexagon shape.
Okay, so I can't. Oh, I can see it as a player. It's just super small, but I can see it on your stream
You can
really well.
you can zoom in and out.
Okay. I'll just do it up from your stream because I can see your point of view.
So the 6 moons, they all rise from different directions. They come together in this hexagon, and then they all cross and set in the opposite directions.
Okay.
And one of
So
them...
Okay, go on.
So because of this is how directions are somewhat oriented, because it's just a different sort of way of looking at it. There is no north, south, east, west, because there is no singular trajectory that the astral bodies follow.
hmm
But this one is very clearly golden colored,
Okay.
and it's rising. At the moment, you guys aren't so late that you can't see that it's not rising, from this direction. And you can see, I'm going to go back to the cameras now. I'm going to go back to describing your surroundings, other than the sky, right?
Mhm.
like I said, it's like a really dense rainforest kind of area. And the air is very, like, sweet and almost kind of hard to breathe a little bit. And you can see, hanging from the trees in those 6 directions, there are actually colored lanterns that must have been left by the walkers. And the colored lanterns correspond with the colored moons, and they seem to go on in a pretty decent, like, a pretty decent distance in each direction.
Okay, I'm just gonna start following one.
So,
Like one of the gold lanterns, I assume there's gold ones?
yes, exactly.
Is there colored lanterns for each moon?
Yes, and the light that the lanterns give off is the color.
Right, okay, so then I'm gonna follow gold. But, as I do that, I want to take my blindfold off and tie it around my mouth, because the sweet taste is really getting at me.
Okay.
It's fucking with my senses and shit, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Fucking with my senses.
There's also a lot of white noise in this place. Like there's a lot of like loud insects and like clicking and chirping, and it's like nature is nature is very much in charge here.
Just some nature sounds.
So Iomi just starts walking. He just steps off of this stone platform into the wilderness, and he just starts following these golden lights.
You got a plan? What are you doing?
I look back at them and say, listening.
Alright. I'm gonna follow him.
Let him go. I'm going with him.
You're going with him? Okay, so he leads the way.
I'll go with him.
Perfect. I want you guys, as you start progressing through, I want everybody to roll a d20 for me.
And what are we doing with the d20?
Rolling it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Rolling a d20?
Yes.
I got it.
Got an 8.
You're
Yes.
supposed to get the lower one.
My fucking word.
Did I do that right? It didn't add 7, did it? I didn't mean to add 7 if it did.
No,
Okay.
it didn't.
I got a 4. Okay.
No, we all rolled shite.
Roll the shites. Roll the shite
I
roll.
couldn't be happier. So, you guys are walking through. You guys are walking through and you're following these lanterns, right? And the lanterns are spaced out. They're kind of like tacked into trees every maybe like 50 feet or so. So you can always clearly follow the path. And then they just kind of stop. Maybe a few miles in.
Sides, Corey?
They follow a straight line. No, it's just one at a time. Sometimes it's on the right, sometimes it's on the left. Whichever place was, the straightest, so you don't get lost. But then they kind of they stop.
I'm like imagining the Lost Woods in Breath of the Wild,
Okay.
but like with like these sweet lanterns.
Very much so.
I just imagine like if you remember the way the smoke was in that. I don't know why I'm giving that a smoky effect. But...
Yeah, sure, yes. But it's like
Wanna play Zelda.
it's like a sort of purplish like haze.
All right, peace, guys. Me and Matt are about to go play Zelda.
I just want to play that Lost Wood part.
Yeah, we're just about to go jam out Lost. You're trying to stream it?
Let's do it.
I'm kidding, but anyway, yeah.
I can't.
So you said they just stop?
The lanterns stop. Yes. You guys are still following. There seems to be a sort of like tread path, like there's been foot traffic in that direction, but the lanterns stop, and you guys start feeling a little bit good. You feel good.
Whoa.
Like you just kind of feel like at ease and like everything's all right.
Reminds me of that ice cream.
Could I roll another search check to see if I find any more leads?
Sure.
We fucking failed that check. I'll be right back. I got a drink.
I got wicked wisdom though. And I'm rolling shite.
What'd you get?
10 in total.
You do notice something. You scan your surroundings, and then you take your search upward, and you scan the trees, and you do see something that's watching you. It appears to be a lizard of some kind.
Size.
Maybe the size of like an alligator.
Okay,
No
so big.
alligator.
Yeah.
It's not a gecko.
It is not. Actually, you lock eyes with it, right? It's
Something's up with Iomi.
it's a pale blue color, and as you lock eyes with it, from behind it unfurl these massive, almost butterfly-esque wings, and nobody has knowledge of Arcana, do they?
Nope.
You've never seen anything like this thing before in your life. It almost looks like a dragon.
My schooling, Corey.
What?
Brendan knows what it is.
Can I
And
do a raw roll on Arcana? Because, I'm pretty smart.
He's wicked smart.
what's your intelligence?
Because
Because if you don't have it, I don't think you would.
I got a 14
Right.
intelligence.
For
I'm not as smart as I thought I was.
for anybody watching the stream. So this
Wait, oh.
What about 14? You'll give it to me. Let me take the roll.
Nope, nobody knows what it is. Never seen it before in your life. So this thing, it's got a wingspan that's pretty impressive. We're talking probably almost 10 feet. And it like lifts down off of the tree and lands in front of you, and it makes this strange kind of clicking sound in the back of its throat, and it releases more of this steady purple gas from around it.
Can you recreate the clicking sound?
It's like a
I like that.
Like it gets slower as
Yeah.
it ends.
yeah.
I like that. That's what I thought at first. We're on
And
the same page.
so it releases this purple haze. Everybody roll a d20 again.
Oh, hey.
All in my brain.
What do you know? Do we know what we're rolling or now?
This is a wisdom.
This is a wisdom.
Oh, well,
With-
then I'm adding my bonuses.
Wisdom.
That 13 is plus 7. So I got a 20 in total.
In the width. Oh! Sorry. I was real loud. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I rolled a 19.
Or no, it's just raw wisdom. I'm an idiot.
So it's
not.
a D20 plus your modifier.
Yeah, so 17.
What'd you get?
I got 17 total.
Yaz? What'd you get?
I got a 14 total.
So, Tacitus and Iomi kind of come to their senses. Your combat instincts and your adrenaline starts taking over. And
Well, what about my doges?
roll for your dog.
I gotta roll for boxcars, dude.
Man, I miss my dog.
Thunderbeard is a dwarf, Chester, so he is very short. He's like 4'6".
Boxcars has a wisdom -4.
Getting a lot of text today.
So here we go.
Boxcar's just barking.
Yeah.
You guys got to tell me what you roll. I can't see it.
10 total for boxcars.
So, Tacitus and Iomi, your combat instincts, your adrenaline kicks in, takes over. You're ready to fight. This thing opens its mouth, and it's got these, like, greasy, needle-like teeth. And its eyes have this kind of intelligence behind it. Even though it doesn't say anything, it's, like, looking straight through you. And, Galan, you and your dog, you feel good. You just feel real good.
We're feeling good, aren't we?
He looks up at you, and you look down at him, and he's wagging his tail. And
Bro, we're in the plains. We're doing what we wanted to do.
And you look up at this thing, and God, it's just pretty as all heck, isn't it? Look at those wings. Look at that. It's
Darn it.
Gosh darn it, you are just the cutest thing I ever did see in the Feywild.
and everybody is going to roll initiative.
Oh my god, I'm not rolling shit. My character feels way too good.
Oh wait, I don't have to roll this. I have my own dice.
I'm just getting to the monk page real quick, and then I'm gonna roll initiative. Don't you add dex to initiative in this?
Your initiative should be auto calculated on your sheet.
What do you
I'm
mean?
probably the only person with a wisdom modifier.
Tacitus gets 3. Iomi and Galan get 4.
Okay, so if my initiative is 4, then I add 4, right?
Yes,
Just like a regular modifier. Like
exactly.
That? Okay, gotcha.
It's your deck.
19 in total.
We go higher now? Is it higher nowadays, right? Is
Just-
that what it is still?
Yeah, you want a good roll now.
It's already on your character sheet.
You don't get it. He got a dex at all?
I got
No, your initiative is +4, which you get from your dex. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He doesn't have a dex? That's what I was asking.
So he got a 7. He got a 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got.
I got a 19.
That's 17.
So the order is Iomi, Galan, Fairy Dragon, Tacitus.
Classic.
Iomi goes first.
I just want to overlook these things again to make sure I'm using them right.
You guys can hear me good, right?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Here's the monster again. I'm showing the picture off.
Do you have a picture of the monster that we in the stream could possibly see?
I already posted it
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Into what?
into the
Discord?
DM.
Forbidden Scrolls, right? Or no, in the Terrible Roast of Mateo Magnus Chili.
Yazi Mojave.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, there it is. I had the cameras on full screen.
Really blue.
Yes, it's a very pretty monster.
Yeah, he's cool.
Looks like blue ice cream.
Still thinking about ice cream. You got a problem. Tacitus has a problem.
Did you get some ice cream while you were doing your soul?
You know, I'm just gonna do the regular attack without using any key.
Where it goes.
So I can attack him with my kunai, and from that I can get a bonus attack with a monk weapon or my fist. It's gonna be my fist. So, what is my? I'm using Dex. Oh man, I need to like get an actual character sheet. This computer character sheet does not work for me, man.
Yeah, I
Slows
hate
me
it.
down.
Whoa,
Slows me down.
Robotronic, Brendan.
Electronic.
You sound fine.
Yeah.
Well, he sounds fine on my end.
Just for a second.
it's +7 for me to attack.
Okay.
So here's first attack. 13. Is that a hit?
That's a miss.
Alright. Then I'm going to do the bonus action. And miss.
So, you, describe your attacks to me.
Okay, so, hold on. Let me pull back up Discord. I was basically going for, like, a throat jab with a kunai to, like, an uppercut, maybe?
Okay. So, I would say that as you go to strike it, its hide is, like, surprisingly tough. Its scales and all of that. So maybe it's not that you didn't land the blows properly, it's just that you hadn't in your mind, you know what I mean, adjusted for how tough it was going to be. So now you know, I need to apply this kind of strike.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper after that. I'm gonna be like, he's strong.
Alright, guys.
Galan?
I'm gonna head out.
I'm gonna head out.
I probably have to do another wisdom save.
No. You are stoned as shit, but you do know that your friend is in combat and that you need to help fight. So,
What are you doing?
it's up to you, but yeah, you're capable of
What about boxcars?
Worry not, map maker.
he seems to be like, he's currently on his back, like,
Hey!
yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Galen.
Alright, I'm gonna take out my rope.
You're what?
My rope.
Okay.
We're gonna get this fucker.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hog tie this motherfucker pretty soon.
Okay. So that's your turn, is just taking out rope?
I'm just gonna take out rope and I'm gonna tie like a,
You cut out.
I'm gonna tie like a lasso type deal.
Okay. So you're
That'd
tying.
be my turn, probably.
So you're tying this delicious-looking licorice string into a rope, into a knot, and it looks so tasty. And you just take a bite out of it, and
Does it fuck up my rope? No way.
What?
Does it fuck up my rope? I'm sorry.
No, but you do get some strands of hemp in between your teeth. But it's delicious. So you're currently like just eating your rope.
God. You guys ever eat some of this?
It's like a Twizzler.
This is fucking good.
It
Tell
is.
you what.
It is now this monster's turn, and it's gonna reflexively, crane its long neck around, and it's gonna open up its jaw and try and sink its needle-like teeth into the side of Iomi's abdomen.
Really? You really have to describe it like that?
What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
Just barely. You
How the
managed.
hell did you do that?
You managed to pivot, and you kind of do like a step ball pivot change, and you just like shift your side, and it snaps shut within an inch. It probably would have hurt really bad.
He's fast.
I'm fast.
Good AC.
Tacitus, it's now your turn.
Oh, by the way, Corey, we forgot to tell Matt that his AC is also that.
Oh, I changed it. I changed it for him.
You did?
Yeah.
Dude, barbarians and monks get extra stat bonuses to their AC, Brennan. I get my wisdom into it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he gets his con. I'm like playing
Matt,
at you guys
Matt, it's your turn.
on my screen, and you don't even have matching. Like, I know you guys aren't even in the same spots.
How far away are they from?
You are currently like 10 feet away from this thing. Iomi, Joe's character, is already engaged in combat with it right in front of you. It's sort of like in this small clearing in between all of these trees and giant mushrooms and stuff overhanging.
They're engaged.
All right.
This is very engaging.
Am I close enough to actually try to attack?
Of course, you're right there. Yeah, it's right in front of you.
Of course.
Couldn't
Too
remember.
bad.
Stuff's happening. Gotta reload. Alright, well, I'll go for relax. Swing.
Describe what you do for me.
I do a big cock back like this.
Like a lumberjack kind of thing?
Yeah.
You get 2 attacks.
Yeah, you got extra attack.
Yeah.
You have a major base attack
I'm
bonus.
gonna do 2 of those in a row.
So okay. So you're gonna do the lumberjack special. You're gonna go all the way back, bladow.
Yeah, more like this, I guess.
More like
Ooh.
this, I guess.
Ooh. Okay.
With this face. Shit, I got cramp.
The hammy. You gotta stretch the hammy out before you swing, dude.
Didn't stretch this morning, so. Okay.
Yeah, they're in the Mushroom Kingdom. There are giant mushrooms, though. There are mushrooms that are like 12 feet tall.
Fuck, dude, I forgot to come get those spell cards.
Should I just... I should roll them separately, right?
Yeah.
D20?
You can just click on your attack thing on your character sheet.
Oh, okay. I gotta pull it up again. Nope, not Iomi's. His butthole. Alright, just click on the normal attack.
Mm-hmm.
I clicked it. Yeah. 15 and 14.
Wait. What are you talking about, Chester?
Arrowhead's good. Fuck up. What the hell?
Fuck yeah, dude. How much key I got?
Probably like 4 points.
Got the key.
I got 5, motherfucker.
Did that motherfucker?
This motherfucker's gonna need a little bit of key.
Corey, did you hear me?
No.
Said, 15 and 14.
Total?
I don't. Very,
You can't see anything?
well, I pressed my normal attack and it comes up as 15. Line 14.
Yeah, you roll. Okay, yeah, you rolled very poorly. So those are both misses.
Awesome.
Yeah,
What happens when
Matt,
you're
what that's
called
doing there?
ice cream?
When
Yeah.
you roll an attack like that, Matt, on this program, it just assumes you have advantage, and if you don't, we just take the number on the left.
Yeah, but he gets 2 attacks,
Okay.
so I'm just using both of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just explaining why
Right.
he was like, "What the fuck are these numbers?"
Right.
Thanks, Joe.
It took me a minute too when we first started playing.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Joe.
dude.
Can you still not see anything, Chester? Because on my end it looks like it's up. It's supposed to be displaying.
I definitely see stuff.
I see stuff.
Yeah, I can see your stream, dude. I can see
Okay.
everything.
Stuff.
So, Matt, your attack plan was so wildly slow, and
I'm still hungover, I think.
it was such a strange. You guys witness him do the strangest, slowest 2-hit combo.
Did get a cramp.
He cramped up, and it's now Iomi's turn again.
So no damage went through.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna do some monk shit. I'm gonna
Please
I'm gonna
do.
try to get my kunai in his like throat again.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll. How did you attack like that, Matt?
What?
It's
just like-
it's on his character sheet.
Character sheet.
So under your attacks.
Attack,
Oh, I didn't-
Attack.
Yeah.
Spell casting.
I didn't put my shit in there, so fuck all that. It's +7.
Oop, shit-a-doo.
So I got an 8 on that. And then I'm going to spend a key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on my turn. And what that does, until my next turn, my character focuses fully on defense. Until the start of my next turn, any attack roll made against me has disadvantage if I can see the attacker, and I make dexterity saving throws with advantage. I cannot have this benefit if I'm incapacitated.
Okay, that's awesome. So
So
the
that's what I
attack
did.
misses, but you get that effect.
Yes.
Love it. It is now Galen's turn. You.
Now I'm just doing these.
So you have successfully taken a full bite out of a rope.
How much
That's-
damage? How much damage?
To
No,
him or to the rope?
The rope. I guess both. I didn't know he was taking damage. Give me,
no,
give me the deets.
He's fine, but he didn't even deal a single damage to the rope.
I'm a creature.
But the knot is
Can I
tied.
get out of-
The knot is tied, and you have a lasso.
Okay.
That's what you
We're
wanted,
gonna
right? You were
lasso-
tying a lasso,
yes,
right?
Yes. We're
Okay.
gonna
Be
lasso this one.
lassoing guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a little bit here. Hold on.
So he's got a lasso made out of licorice, and what are you gonna do with it?
I'm going to
Eat some more.
try to lasso him.
That's like his legendary title, the licorice lasso.
Boxcars starts talking to you. He's like, "Hey, man, why don't we just go hang out somewhere? We don't even
Shut
have
the
to.
hell up, boxcars! You're
We don't
fucking
even have
high.
to fight this guy."
You
Listen,
always do this, boxcars.
Yeah.
I'm fucking high too, but at least I know these guys are fighting.
You guys
They're
are You're fighting this monster, and he's been chewing on a rope, and now he's talking to his dog. You
Get
can
together, man.
you can make a ranged attack to try and
Sex?
yes.
Since I took the dodge action and I'm like jumping around, can
What is
Brendan,
it?
does Brendan's perception know that I'm still fighting?
Yes.
He's not like, wait, he's dancing now.
He's maybe he thinks you're dancing. Yeah, you're right.
he doesn't even get a roll. Too funny.
He's like, "Oh, look, he's having a good time."
Roll the 14 in
Uh,
total.
In total, that's a miss. You throw it like perfectly straight in front of you, and it just like flops to the ground. And
Okay.
you start kind of reeling it back in, you know.
Like 2 feet.
Can I reel it back in and try again?
Yes. You can, and not this turn, but you can reel back in and roll another.
Can I reel it back in?
Yeah, roll another wisdom save.
Wisdom save? Okay. I get wisdom +2. My fucking god, dude.
Have you tried reloading the stream? Maybe, Chester. I don't know.
Yeah, Chester, still good on my end.
Alright, so
Try
I rolled a
refreshing.
12, so I failed it.
12 total.
12 total, yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I failed,
Yeah.
yeah, that's... I only get +2, so...
This one's
Not
tough.
plus-
It's a tough one because it's magical in nature. It's not like a
Right.
like a
Right.
physical toxin or anything like that.
Well, I'm fucking useless right now with this. Let's see if, hold on. By some miracle, boxcars can snap out. D20 -4.
Yep.
Nope. He's still fucking...
Higher than ever. He's higher than ever.
5 in total.
Love it.
He's like, oh,
He actually rolled a decent roll, too. For
so
a dog.
for a dog.
The dragon, having missed its bite, appears to
Pseudo-dragon.
get frustrated, and it like spins around, and it's gonna try and whip Iomi with its tail and send him flying.
With disadvantage.
Why is he so pissed at you, dude? Holy shit, that's crazy.
You did so. Did you sleep with this woman?
That's a hit,
Oh, even on disadvantage. Oh, okay.
and that is
They hit? I gotta piss before I hear this. Keep
No.
going.
That is 10 damage.
All right.
Bah! He wails you.
Wow.
He goes for the right side of your abdomen with his bite, and then spins around and nails you from the left with his tail, and it just absolutely cracks you. Bah! For 10.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
You can hear, Matt, you can hear a really loud, dull, like, poof, thud when it lands.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you say that again? What exactly did? I'm like in my own world right.
The dragon hit him with his tail.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Damn it.
You're hanging in there, though. 10 damage ain't too bad.
What's your HP, Joe?
I have 22 left. I can take 2 more of those before I drop.
So I got some deciding to do.
Yeah. Can you come in here and tank?
It is your turn.
Actually, I was wondering. Could I try to snap Galan out of it? Could I hit him?
Maybe. Is that what you want to do?
No, you know what? I'll go with trying to distract dragon.
Okay, so what are you gonna do?
I'm going to. Does he have any exposed genitalia?
They are underneath him when he's. I mean, just instinctively, animals tend to posture themselves in a certain way. You know, when they're in.
Yeah.
It might be tough to get at his gonads.
What way am I facing?
Actually,
Well, I'm pretty sure an alligator's nads are actually inside his tail.
well, yeah,
Oh.
but this is a dragon, though. A pseudo dragon, but I don't know how dragon.
Do
I
you
mean,
have
do you-
dragon energy?
You think dragons just got their dicks flopping out, or you think they
I
got more
didn't
like...
say that.
I was on your side. Why are you yelling at me, man?
Hey, we're just talking about dicks here.
Just talking about dragon dicks,
All
bro.
I'm saying is lots of lizards keeps their pee-pee inside.
Okay.
Keeps the TP.
That's all I'm trying to say.
So yeah. So to answer your question, no, I don't think so.
Do I know anything about this beast?
It looks angry, and it just nailed one of your
Just-
teammates.
Just from what I see in front of me. Okay.
Yeah.
How much damage did you take? I'm sorry.
Joe took 10.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Matt.
No.
Yeah, he didn't even take damage. What am I thinking?
What's your HP? Like, what's your max?
32. I can take 2 more of those. I'm not happy about 10 damage. I'm gonna try and not take 10 damage.
The Void's not happy.
How tall is this thing? Could I try jumping on its back?
Sure,
okay.
its head is maybe like a foot above yours, but its back is reachable.
Yeah, dude, jump on that fucker.
I want to try to jump on him and ask him a question.
Mm.
With
You're-
your axe?
Roll an athletics check.
Gotta have athletics.
Chester, the spirit of D&D is imagination.
He's
so-
right. He's right.
Zip?
Well, I got
Well, you don't have.
athletics.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I gotta
Six.
try and figure out how to get
So
behind
annoying.
this guy, or I'm gonna die.
Why is it doing this?
I'm trying to not be high, dude.
So, okay, what did you roll, Matt? You guys gotta talk to me.
You always do this.
I know, dude.
What's going on?
I rolled a 9.
9 total, or did you roll? You get a plus 6 to
plus
athletics.
6. Yeah, so it's.
So that is a 15.
Sorry, I'll try to say my totals now.
You can just add it. You gotta go to the.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you successfully get on top of this thing. You
Nice.
you vault on its back.
Is it sketchy or is it like?
It's not good. It's very sketchy. And that's gonna be your turn, is jumping on its back.
That's gonna be my turn.
Yes.
Well, does it distract him a little bit?
Maybe it's now Iomi's
We'll
turn.
find out. We'll find out.
It's not right. No, I thought it was the beast's turn. No. It goes back.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Beast. I mean,
the
me?
beast goes
Yeah.
right before
before-
Matt. Matt, do you know about the little dice roller tray on Roll20?
No. What is that?
You see where like your toolbar is with all the tools.
It's got like a clicker.
Left side, there's a
paintbrush.
D20, a little D20 icon on the left side of the screen.
If you go down, there's advanced dice roller. If you click that, you'll have everything you need. And you can add and subtract from there before you roll and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a little calculator built in.
Plus, and then you put the plus. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? And if you need it raw, you have your basic rolls up there. Those are just raw rolls. You can. It has. It'll save your rolls too. Like it has my last 10 rolls saved, if I use those frequently.
Yep.
But it's my turn.
Run, Iomi, run.
I am going to. Oh man, I got some like crazy key shit I can do, but I feel like this guy is not gonna give a shit about being in darkness.
Joe, real quick, is it Iomi or Iomi?
Iomi.
Iomi, okay.
Both are fine.
Iomi.
Yeah. Yeah, in my village they probably say it fast like that. Iomi.
That's
But
what I was thinking. I was like,
I wouldn't correct someone for
Iomi.
saying Iomi. But regardless, I have to get behind this guy, or he's gonna chop me.
Mm.
going to chop.
I'm going to use a technique called I think it was called Way of the Wind. Step of the Wind.
Okay, I like that.
Nice.
I like that. That sounds sick.
So
Carry us.
I'm going to attack with the kunai first because I get it for free.
Okay.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
10, so nothing. And I'm going to spend a key point to disengage. I can use Step of the Wind for disengage or dash.
Okay.
And when doing so, my jump distance is doubled.
Oh.
So I'm going to try and jump into the tree. Just straight up into the tree.
Do you have an athletics you can roll for me?
Of course I do.
Of course he does.
Is there any chance I can get away with acrobatics because it's 1 point higher?
Yes.
All right.
Here from here and end up in the tree.
25.
Woo!
It literally looks like somebody played the footage in reverse. You're just like, zoop it. It's like it looks unreal. You're like, oh, okay, there he goes, and you're just up in a tree now. Yeah.
Right on, right on.
Galen,
See,
it's your
Iomi in the
turn.
tree. Say yeah.
Can I roll the wisdom save first? Or do you want to do it after?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Because you're saying I can still like attack. I can like
Yeah.
obviously see that like they're attacking, but
Yeah.
I'd like to just get out of this fucking funk.
So Matt, I have a
Fuck!
plan.
What'd
I
you
have
roll?
a plan, but I don't want my
11.
character. Oh, my bad.
So I'm still high.
You're high as shit. Yeah. But
Hold on, let's roll boxcars as
yeah.
well. 16. 20 minus 4.
He snaps out of it, and I'm gonna say he starts like aggressively gnawing on your ankle. Like it's like he's like hey, snap out of it, kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt, but he's like shaking on it. You know what I mean?
Does it lift me out of the...
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
But it's very, very startling.
Annoying. Yeah.
It's very startling for you.
Matt, I have a plan, but I don't know how intelligent this creature is, so I don't want my character to shout it to your character and him be like, "Ha, I know your plan," because he's smart. So, but I got a plan. Just trust me.
Can I still go with an attack, or...
Yes.
Okay. Let's try the lasso one time.
Mm-hmm. Roll that boy.
I'm going to have the I'm going to do... Draw...
Oh.
If I can do another attack, because I have extra attack. I
Okay.
can do my light crossbow right after.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do just the dex for the last...
Mm-hmm.
So it's d20 plus 4. It's a 12, didn't hit. And then the crossbow light, I have archery, so it's d20 plus 6. And it's 11.
Total.
So,
Wait. Yes.
so weird not hearing dice roll.
So the lasso, you just almost kind of just let it out of your hands as you quick draw this baguette from its holster, and the baguette it's a little bit awkward because it's like a little bit underbaked, so it's like kind of fluffy. Like it's like a little bit spongy.
Flops.
And
Oh,
so
you're talking about an actual baguette.
yeah, you're holding a baguette, and you miss the trigger a little bit, but then you fumble and you find the trigger, and you miss horribly.
And it just goes weird.
Phew. Yeah, as your dog is shaking your foot.
What are you doing, man?
It's now the beast's turn, and it's got a person on its back, and it like immediately rears up, and it just releases another crowd of this purple gas. And
Shit.
Matt, roll a wisdom save.
Gas.
No. What's your wisdom?
Its AC isn't even that high. It's just you guys keep rolling shit.
Wisdom is 14.
So you get +2 to this roll?
Shit, how do I do this again? Oh, yeah. Alright, I rolled it.
+2?
Get out of this thing!
What is it?
16 total.
You pass.
Oh, I forgot to do my pluses. Damn it! Matt!
Now you're good.
Matt, it's your turn. It's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go for its head, for the noggin.
Okay, so you're on its back, and so you're gonna like try and like plant your axe like in the back of its head, kind of thing.
Right on the... yeah.
The old noodle.
Dude, wait a minute. If we're looking at the picture that Corey sent in the Discord, do you see how it's got like those skin flaps in between its horns?
Yeah.
Dude, I bet there's lots of blood vessels and shit up in there.
Well, I'm looking at this thing, I'm like... You know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go
Brendan
in
sees what you're saying.
Between like the spiky thing.
Okay, so I rolled a hit.
That's probably the hardest part, and I just fucked you.
Joe.
There's a paragraph that's like, the fleshy looking part's definitely the hardest part.
Harder than adamantium.
If you attack it, your weapon immediately
23,
breaks.
25, so you're gonna count those?
Wow, what? 23, 25?
Yeah.
You just Jason Bateman this fucking thing. You just American Psycho the back of this thing's head. Just bah, bah.
Jason Bateman.
It's
Jason,
like some zombies ate my neighbor.
Jason Bateman? Is that his name? Jason Bates. Jason Bates?
Born.
Jason Statham.
No, fuck off. No, American Psycho. Norman Bates was Psycho. Norman Bates was Psycho, but it was Bates.
Christian Bale.
No, not... Son of...
Bruce Wayne.
Houston.
Anyways, roll your damage. You do a D8 plus some stuff.
+1 plus his strength.
Plus 1 plus strong.
1d8 plus 4.
Strong.
2 times.
Sounds right. 2 times? What?
2 times.
His strength is only 16 or +3?
Yes. Yes.
What?
Yes. 20 con though. 20 con.
Oh, he did. Okay, you slick bastard.
That's his build. Yeah, he's doing that boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
2 do-8s? 2 do-8s.
2 D-oots.
Plus 2.
2 dudes.
2 d8.
2
4.
dudes.
How did I say? Alright, rolling.
There you go. What?
9?
That's the first one, right? Or no, that's in total. No.
What's happening?
2 d8s plus 4.
Oh, you rolled a 4 and a 1 on the D8.
Oh my god.
What?
Alright. Well,
That makes a lot of sense, though. Okay.
so it's just, you land both of the hits, but it's just not that
You got
great.
pillow hands.
Yeah.
You got pillow hands.
So you rolled a 4 and a 1.
Drink or ice cream.
You rolled a 4 and a 1. That's 5. But that should be +8. Because it's +4 for each hit. So it shouldn't.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
So that should be 12. No, 13. You did 13 damage.
I should have put down instead of 8. Okay.
So 13 damage isn't terrible for rolling so low.
I don't do math very good.
It is now Iomi's turn again. You've just seen that the dwarf is like starting to do some damage to the back of this thing's head, and it's like roaring and like spitting. Yeah.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong here, but if I was looking at the tree he was in, and he came down, and I went up, I am behind him now, right?
Yes.
So if I throw my kunai at him, will I have advantage? Is what I'm getting at for flanking.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm not a rogue, so I don't get any cool shit for it, but advantage is still better.
Advantage is better than disadvantage.
So I don't have my attack thing set up like Matt does, so I'm just gonna roll 2.
Okay.
Here's the first one. 25. And then here's the second one. 26. I got 25 and then 26.
But that's just one. That's just one
Yeah.
advantage roll. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 26.
That's so funny.
One number higher.
100% a hit.
Okay. After that, with my extra attack, could I like lunge at him from the tree with my sword?
Yes.
Or you know what? Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
I'll allow that, but upon a critical failure, you will be impaling Matt.
okay. I was gonna say if you don't want to give me the time to pull out my sword, I can elbow drop this motherfucker.
Do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I would say that's fair. No drawing your sword, then jumping after throwing a
Right.
kunai.
I'm just gonna elbow drop him then, because
Yeah.
that's still a D6.
You do have time to do one of these, though.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Does this have advantage still
No.
from position? Okay. 21.
That's a hit.
Oh, I didn't roll the damage for the kunai, so
Okay.
I'll just roll damage for both. The kunai is a D4 plus 4. Seven. And then my mitts are a D6 plus 4. 8. So 15 damage.
Nice. It is now Galen's turn. Galen, roll another wisdom.
It'll be only a +2.
Yeah.
20.
You immediately snap out of it.
I'm gonna grab my spear. I'm gonna put this thing. I'm gonna throw my spear right into this thing's head.
Do it, yeah. Boxcars lets go instantly.
Roll a twank. Come on, use your twank jutsu that you got.
Twanku Jutsari!
Mangekyo Sharingan.
KK gay guy.
That last move I just did in the tree, by the way, I'm gonna dub that the Atomic Kunai Jutsu.
Love it. What'd you
I
roll?
rolled a 12.
Total?
That's not bad.
Total?
Yeah.
That's a miss. Your spear lands in the tree that Joe just jumped out of. It goes.
Sweet,
So
I'll
it's-
jump. I can jump on that now.
I still got the lasso on the other hand.
hmm
So extra attack. I'll try to lasso the
Okay.
fucker again.
Okay.
I'm done.
What is it?
9 in total.
Yikes. It's the taste
You
of
lasso the tree.
the taste of rope in your mouth is really distracting you. Yeah, it's a lot of fiber. It is now the beast's turn, and it's going to. What is it gonna do?
Stuff.
I'm gonna say it's going to try and throw you off, Matt.
Matt.
It's going to like do like one of these like kind of things and throw you off. So do me a favor and roll a Dex check. You're gonna roll a Dex as opposed to this thing's strength, I think. It's kind of like an iron, like a riding a mechanical bull challenge kind of situation. I think
Okay.
that's fair.
Okay. I got a 23.
Jesus Christ. I was like over here like pumped about my 19. So
my axe to hold me steady.
you're fine. You're a fucking mechanical bull champ and you're just like woo and you're fine. Yeah. So
I
you're
have written mechanical bull IRL.
really
Yeah,
no shit.
not bad.
So that was its turn, and it's actually starting to panic, and it's gonna try and take off. So with Matt on its back, it like gives one big flutter of its wings and attempts to take off, giving Iomi and Galan an attack of opportunity.
Guys,
Guys, I'm
get
not
him.
fucking high.
Alright, I'm gonna hit him with my sword. I believe we can use our extra attacks on attack of opportunity too.
I think that's right.
So I'm going to use a
That is correct.
I'm going to use my short sword. Got a 5. I'm
Yikes.
going to extra attack with my short sword. I got an 8. And then I'm going to bonus unarmed attack with my fist. And got a 9. So, Whiff City.
Oh my god.
One
Galen?
attack of opportunity, I have that much value
That's
and
insane.
get nothing.
I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on boxcars.
Bark, is that a pun because he's a dog, right? Bark skin?
Oh, it's literally the spell. Until the spell ends,
It's a joke.
the target skin
It's a
has
joke.
Rough,
Fucking
bark-like appearance.
Rough. It's rough. His bark
Rough.
skin is rough. Eh?
And the target's AC
Eh?
cannot be less than 16, regardless of what kind of armor it's wearing. So,
We like to have fun here.
my Doge.
We like to have fun.
And then I'm going to tell him to run 20 feet the opposite side. Well, I don't think I can give him, like, legitimate thing. I'm going to tell him to run that way.
Okay.
Giving them battle plans and shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, actually, I can, right, with my item.
Boxcars' vocabulary is very extensive. He's got a huge list of commands that he understands. And
I'm going to tell him, what's that? What's that?
Boxcar?
Yeah, that was Boxcar right there. And
Yeah.
so you he perfectly executes exactly what you tell him to do.
I'm hoping it'll distract at least a little bit.
Hmm. But you get an attack of opportunity, mind you. So this is an attack.
Yeah, no. Well, I casted a spell.
Oh, that's fair. Can you do that as an attack of opportunity?
Why not?
Is that a thing you can do? I guess I'll allow it. Yeah, why not? I guess.
It's an action.
Yeah, you get a second because he's trying to take off. Sure.
Yeah, so I cast Bark Skin on him, and I...
So it's now Iomi's turn.
I'm gonna sprint full speed.
No, I'm
Which
sorry.
is-
It's Tacitus' turn. I'm sorry.
You're right.
It's Tacitus' turn.
That was an AMO.
This thing is currently like 3 feet in the air, and Tacitus, you're on its back and it's taking off, trying to fly away.
Tacitus!
Shut this shit down.
Oh, you're gonna try and kill it. I love it. So roll to hit. You get
Shutting this shit down.
roll both of those bad boys.
No exception. Send it. Send it!
Peace was never an option.
Let's not give peace a chance.
Life was murder. Is murder.
Forced to fight the war.
21, so it looks like one hit, but 21 and 13.
That is correct. That's one hit. Wonder.
Alright.
1d8 plus 4.
Roll you. Ow. I get 12.
Nice. 12.
Last time, baby.
So you are just wailing on the back of this thing's fucking head, and its blood is a delightful purple color, and it's like splattering all over the place. Does it taste good? It tastes like the same sweet flavor that gas tastes like.
I don't want to taste that then. Shit.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like a wild berry, you know.
Mm,
Isn't that gonna, like, mean that state high?
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. But you did 12 damage. This thing is looking pretty hurt. It's looking pretty. It's pretty wounded, and it's like panicking. It's Iomi's turn.
Okay, so are they in the air still?
They're only like 3 feet in the air, well within attacking range.
Hey. He's
Well,
panicking.
within attacking range?
Yes. Yeah.
He's
It's
panicking.
yeah.
All right, then I'm just gonna.
Just leave it alone. Hold on.
It's my
not
turn.
I'm yelling. I know.
It's my freaking turn. You took a turn.
Yelling, I know.
You ever see Crom's up tilt? It's like whoosh.
Okay.
I'm gonna like do that.
Okay.
That's
My
what I
short
do.
sword.
Okay.
I had to refresh roll 20, so I gotta get my dice thing back up. But D6. Oh, it's right here still. Still saved my last one. Did I poop?
I missed it.
I got a 6. I'm gonna extra attack.
Do it again.
I got a fucking 6 again.
It's a
How?
2+4, 2+. What?
Oh,
The
you know what?
same roll.
No wait, I fucked up.
Oh,
I rolled
you-
a D6. I didn't roll a D20. I'm an idiot.
Oh my god. Have you been rolling d6s all night?
I think
No. I promise you, I've not been doing it the whole time. I only
Okay.
did it this time.
Okay.
I promise.
How nuts would that be? I keep rolling 2s and 3s!
What the hell's going on? Roll 20
Oh.
sucks.
10 for the first attack. Now my extra attack is 8, so it doesn't any better.
Shit.
It doesn't any better.
Doesn't any better.
It doesn't. It really
Do you
doesn't.
think there's purists?
It
out
doesn't-
there
it
that
doesn't
are
any
like,
better
I
than
don't use
this.
roll 20.
I want to take a key point. One more key point. I have 5. I've spent 2. I'm going to do that way of the wind step bullshit again.
Yeah.
Because there's another thing I can do with it, to where I can take the dash action as a bonus action, increasing my movement speed, and I can still use it as a jump. So it increases my distance by 30 when walking, and then the jump shit's still the same. The distance is doubled.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and jump up and grab his ass and just
Okay.
weigh him down.
Okay.
Squeeze them cheeks.
I'm hoping that if I grab his tail while Matt's on his neck, he'll just.
Okay.
I just looked around for dice. I don't have any.
That's so funny.
Dude, where are the dice?
So acrobatics check.
Right in silica for dice.
I got a 12, but he's only 3 feet high. You tell me. I rolled a 12 in total.
Roll a strength.
Gotcha.
You remember you can just click on your strength on your character sheet. You can like on the strength saving
Right,
throw.
dude. You smart.
You can just click on stuff on your character sheet and it'll roll it.
You smart. You loyal.
Dude, you smart.
You smart and loyal.
Another one.
Smart,
Another one.
smart.
When Joe rolls another 2, another one.
What'd you just roll?
Why'd that give me an attack? I clicked strength and it gave me an attack.
Your saving throw. You want to click on the saving throw.
Yep, there you go.
Save those throws, please.
So we take the lowest or highest?
You take.
That it automatically gives you 2 rolls in case you have initiative or advantage or disadvantage.
Oh,
So-
so you always take the left?
We
or
always take the
whatever?
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I failed.
What'd you roll?
I got a 4 in total.
Damn. So you successfully jumped up and grabbed his tail, but it's really slick and greasy, and you just slide right off.
Ooh.
Galan, your turn.
Where's my
Okay.
fucking character sheet?
I'm going to. My spear's in the tree.
Yes.
My rope's right in front of me.
Oh, I totally.
I have to reload my crossbow. And also, I just found out I have not been adding my prof bonus to my rolls.
You can reload your crossbow and shoot it in one turn.
But can I get an extra attack? No.
No.
So I can do that real.
Why wouldn't he be able to get an extra attack though?
Because I
have
think
to reload it.
Yeah, I think you can only. Oh, hey, if you get multiple attacks, is it just if you do your attack action?
Yep. In 5th edition, if you make an attack action, you get an attack action.
Oh, so yeah, never mind. So yeah, dude, do your shit. Reloading's
Okay,
just like your
so-
move, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't cost a bonus action.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, my dex is 4, the bonus. I have archery as my combat style, makes it 6. I have not been adding my prof bonus this whole time. And I'm really pissed off about
That
that.
sucks.
So I have a +9 to roll. I'm going to roll D20.
Okay,
22.
that's
Remember how to
a
play
hit.
D&D, dude?
Tell me about your shot. Describe it. Give me some flavor.
Oh, I'm just going to reload it like nonchalantly and just shoot this fucker
Where?
right in the neck.
Right in the neck. Got it.
Right below Matt's hand where he's gripping him.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
If I can do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Hey, we're still here with you, man. Just keep pushing on." What was the crossbow? I'm sorry. It's a D8. It'd be a D8 plus my dex.
Okay.
So it'd be D8 plus 4. I'm sorry. I haven't hit. So 10 damage to him.
Nice.
Cha!
This thing, it starts kind of like sputtering, and it starts kind of slowly sinking back down.
Alright. I want to create the space. I'm going to try to...
It, as it's landing, it tries to land on boxcars. It's gonna it's gonna try and take this thing down with it. Yeah.
Alright.
And it's its turn. And it misses horribly.
Yes.
It just crashes into the ground, and it's leaking this purple ooze all over the place. And its butterfly wings are starting to kind of wilt, and its clicking is slowing down to like a...
Corey, in my head, I want to say boxcars come before the...
Okay.
Come
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Before the,
And,
You
I
can,
feel like
you
I
can
could
mind
be-
speak them?
yes, he can communicate with boxcars.
That's telekinesis, Holmes.
Actually, wait, no, you can't. You have to be holding your compass. You have to be holding... you have to be holding the compass. Yes.
You're right.
But he can still hear you. Your dog can
You know
still
what that
hear
means? You know what that means, dude? You got to get another hand.
How far away am I from him?
you. 20 feet. You told him to run 20 feet.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to Misty Step and teleport 20 feet away and get him out of the way. Even
That's-
though he's not going to get hit.
Hilarious. It's actually Tacitus' turn now.
All right. I'm gonna finish this thing off. Okay.
He's on the ground now.
Yeah, he's on the ground. He's like wilting and collapsing, and
Just back off for a sec, Matt. I'm telling you. Take a pass.
All right. I'll take his advice.
you're gonna climb off of it.
I'm gonna leap with
No,
all.
you can stay
my
out of him.
might.
Just don't attack him.
No, I'm gonna jump off for safety measure. Stay close though.
All right. So the barbarian climbs down off of this thing's back.
I'm gonna do a front flip off.
Roll a acrobatics check.
Okay.
Do you have proficiency with that?
Yeah. Shit, I gotta look at my real character sheet.
You do not.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's a pain in the ass, ain't it, Joe?
Oh,
Yeah.
athletics.
It'd be
not
like
acrobatics.
squeezing my head, dude.
All right.
Hey, dude, after a while, it just like
I
cleans.
rolled a 7.
So you try to do a front flip and you land flat on your back.
He said nothing about a front flip.
Yes, he did.
No, did he?
Yeah, he wanted to do a front flip off of it.
Trying to make this fun. Okay.
It is now Joe's turn.
Iomi.
So I slid off this guy, and I'm just like on the ground,
Yeah, you're back on your feet. You landed gracefully. Yeah.
and he's still in the air.
No, he just collapsed to the ground,
Okay,
and he's
okay.
like,
He did
yeah,
collapse to the ground.
yeah, he's like prone.
Is he fighting still, or is
He
he?
doesn't
Like,
appear to be. No, he appears to be dying.
We're talking about me or the beast?
The dragon.
Oh, okay.
I want to say, if you can understand me, we might let you live.
Oh, we're gonna let him live.
It looks at you.
I don't want to hurt you.
And it sort of like it like snaps out of pride at you, but it doesn't seem to attack.
It just like snaps its jaw or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was gonna like start talking shit. I don't know if this thing can
It-
talk. or
it-
not.
it's not speaking. It appears.
I'm gonna say, growl if you understand me.
It lets out like a weird, like wet clicking from inside of its throat, but every time it clicks, a little bit of that purple ooze spits out of its arrow hole in its throat. So it only does it like 3 times before it stops.
Gross.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say I don't want to hurt you, so if you don't want to hurt us, we can be on our way.
It doesn't want to fight anymore.
Okay. I'm gonna stop fighting it. You guys can do what you want.
I'm gonna go over there.
I'm on my back.
To the void with you.
The void with you.
You flip him off even though he's talking to the monster. But yeah, so this thing it's clearly dying, and it's like, you know.
I'm gonna put my lasso around his neck.
Maybe we should
Okay.
give it a merciful death.
Yeah.
It's dying.
And then I'm going to cure wounds.
Oh, you're gonna heal it? Okay.
Okay, what's the healing on that?
Give me 2 seconds.
2, bitch.
1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which would be +2, my wisdom.
Okay.
So I'll roll a d8 plus 2. 7.
Okay.
I give him 7 HP.
So are you like aiming for like its wounds, I'm assuming?
Yeah,
Like,
toward,
yeah.
toward the neck where Matt.
Right. So you completely seal up the arrow hole in its throat, and you partially close up the horrible gaping axe wound in the back of its head.
Yep,
But it definitely still has
Yeah.
it has an open head injury still.
that's fine.
But it kind of like gets up, and it sort of like steps back twice before like collapsing weakly again.
All right, I'll do it again. I have another spell slot.
Okay.
How do we do? Oh, yeah. Reroll 1d8 plus 2, 4 more damage. Heal from him.
Okay. It immediately just springs off of the ground and just takes off in like a purple like cyclone behind
No
it.
way, it doesn't take off.
It just
I have my- I have my rope around its neck.
do a dex check.
He says, "No way, it doesn't take off."
Do a dex check.
Little reminder, Corey.
You've just activated my trap card. Lasso.
Recommended.
Alright, so it's a d8 plus, or d20, sorry. D20 plus 7, I believe. What my shit is. Let's see. Hold on, get it. My dexterity, yeah, plus 7.
Plus 7? Why 7?
That's a proficiency bonus plus my dex.
Are you proficient with lassos? Is that a thing?
Oh, so it's just dex? I can do
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
dex? Okay, alright, my bad.
Like, I can do just Dex. If you want.
6.
Total?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not quick enough. You lose the rope. It just takes off.
I can't try to grab for it, can I?
What?
I can't try to grab for it, can I? I'd be way out of turn. Right?
I will allow you a dex check.
Okay.
Yes, I'll allow you a dex. You're currently lying flat on your back after failing a front flip.
Alright. Where are those das at? Give me that das.
Give me them dash.
Give me that das. Okay, for Dex, I get plus 3. Okay. Type that. Type that number, and we roll. I got a 17.
Yeah, so Tacitus manages to grab onto the rope, and
You're not going anywhere.
there is a split second where Iomi and Galan have the opportunity to grab on as well.
Grab on.
Okay, so
I will grab the 9.
You guys are grabbing onto this rope.
They're gonna grab the rope. Yeah, they're gonna grab the rope. They're both. This is time has stopped, and the two of these assholes are holding this rope, and Iomi's just looking like.
I'm gonna cut the rope.
No. Come on, why?
Cause why are you doing this?
That's so good. That's so good.
Because
Okay. So
you gotta study him. You gotta study him.
No, we don't.
I'm not gonna. I'm just saying. My character's not gonna.
I'm still holding up.
So
My character doesn't like this.
you're gonna make an attack. You're gonna roll an attack.
All right, with the short sword,
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Come on, we got it.
Wait, no, wait, what the fuck?
Dino
I'm
says he
looking at
can't see us
Yaz's roll.
either.
I fucked that up. I got a 22.
Yo, Dino said he can't see us either.
That's weird. I can see the stream, man. I don't know.
I'm pulling it up right now. All right, so Tacitus and Galar, roll a strength check.
I got a 20. I got a 22, Corey. I didn't get a.
Oh,
6.
are you kidding me?
I was looking at Yaz's roll. This thing confuses me. I got a 22.
Dude, clean through. Yeah, like it's nothing. The rope just severs, and the fairy
Okay.
dragon leaves.
I'm not done yet. Hold on. I have another spell left. I'm going to cast Jump. I'm going to triple my jump distance. And as soon as he cuts the rope, I'm going to jump for the rope.
One more time?
I'm going to cast Jump on myself.
Okay.
It triples my jump distance.
Okay.
I have an athletics check of +6 or 7. It's +6.
This
Or
thing ain't
7.
gaining. This thing ain't gaining no ground in these turns.
So, yes, that's the thing. A lot of time is passing, so what's going to happen is you're going to roll initiative against the fairy dragon.
All right.
And yes, that's what's going to happen. Oh, there we go.
What was it? Plus a dex?
Yes. Your initiative's already there. You can just click on the initiative thing on your character sheet.
Oh, well, I
And it'll roll it.
13. Sorry.
13? Yeah, you won initiative. So, you cast jump.
And I jump on that fucker.
We're gonna do an acrobatics.
In acrobatics.
It's gonna to successfully jump up in the air and land on it. Yes,
Why not athletics?
because you're not really like running or like using stamina. This is like grace and
jumping-
dexterity to land
way.
success. Yeah, this is like some fucking gymnast shit, dude. You're jumping 30 feet into the air and landing on this thing and sticking
So
the
we're doing
landing.
A dex check.
Well, no, it's an acrobatics, which you get your. Yeah, I guess it is because you don't have the proficiency, but
Well, I'm proficient in dex saving throws, but
it's not a save. It's an acrobatics check. Yeah.
All right. And I rolled a 6 in total.
Does the jump spell protect you from fall damage? It must. It must.
I doubt it.
If it increases your jump height, then it must.
You touch a creature, it'd be me, you know. The creature's jump distance is tripled until the spell.
Yeah. So you just come straight back down. You don't land it because you just jumped like 30 feet into the air. You're like, whoa, fuck.
I missed it!
It's gone. Whew. It takes off with the rope.
Should have prayed to Ignis.
And you guys are all standing in the middle of this jungle. There are no more golden lanterns, and all you can hear are all of these loud ass insects just.
Did you say there was some footprints? Or no?
The
There-
fuck was that about? I'm asking fucking Iomi.
That thing was not of our mission. None of our concern.
Could have helped
I know
us
that now.
if we tamed that boy.
That thing is a free being.
No.
I tried to speak to it. It couldn't speak.
Because you don't know how to speak to that kind of thing, because you're a fucking weirdie.
We could have followed it.
Okay.
Corey, did you say there was...
I'm not going to discuss this with someone who's just going to call me names. It's immature.
Let it
Well,
go,
I mean,
Galan. The
You
beast
didn't
is
know what
gone.
you were doing.
You didn't. You were high the whole time. Am I supposed to assume you're not high anymore?
I'm not going to
The
talk to
first-
someone.
the
I'm
first
not going to talk to
genjutsu-
someone who's calling.
The first genjutsu that comes across us and your dog's nipping at your damn ankles and shit. You're throwing baguettes around.
Who knows what's genjutsu?
You don't even know genjutsu. Oh my god. What? So it looks like I'm carrying.
I'm carrying.
Genjutsu and carrying both seem like pretty outstanding player knowledge.
It's strange dialect you've never heard. Matt, there is a foot trail. It seems to end. You can see the last.
Oh, it already ended.
Yeah, you can see the last like 2 golden lanterns from where you
I wanna
are
see if
right
this
now.
works. This is a test roll. I want to see if I did these attacks right. I did.
Cool.
Okay.
So you
Oh,
can
that's
see the last 2 golden lanterns from where you are right now. So you kind of know the general direction you need to go.
Thought I had investigation. Some bit.
Baguette.
Baguette.
Where's your baguette, Galen?
It's gone now.
Yeah, it's your.
Don't forget your spear, Galen.
I'll grab it.
You don't want to lose your rope and your spear.
You gotta grab it.
I already lost the rope because someone had to cut it.
I hand him a piece of gold.
I'm gonna take the piece of gold.
You gonna bite this
I'm gonna
one?
Flick it. No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
bite
flick
it.
it into the woods.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm getting it.
I'm
You
gonna.
are, you are extremely petty.
Dude, we could have. Oh man, they could have.
You coulda, shoulda, woulda, but you don't gotta throw the gold away.
It's good gold.
You
Galen.
could tame that
That's-
being, man. You don't.
That's a lot of money.
You don't understand people or monsters. You don't understand people, first of all, because you're a monk. It's just what I've heard. You don't understand animals or other planar
What
beings.
What?
You're not
You
gonna
don't.
tell 'em-
What do you understand anything at all?
I understand that that creature was
You-
wounded, and
you're-
we could have
You're the Beastmaster guy, and you're the one guy who fell for his trick.
not a beastmaster. No,
Whatever, dude. You're the Beast Tamer Wild Boy.
no,
Why don't you keep to your maps?
nope. Still wrong. 3 strikes, you're out. The whole ball game, dude. Come
What are
on.
you talking
Ball
about?
game. Fuck's the ball game.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
All right. So Matt sees the lanterns, huh?
Who's Matt?
You guys can all see him. You guys all know the general direction you need to continue going in.
How dark is it?
It's nighttime, but being 6 moons, nighttime's relatively
Oh.
bright.
pretty bright. Okay,
Yeah.
so we can actually go. Okay.
Yeah.
So, might as well go, fellas. Stop the squabbling. We have a mission.
All right, I'm gonna follow the lanterns with Matt or with Tacitus, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Practice.
So
Yes, it is.
you guys, as you move forward, you're gonna have to start doing some like intuition style stuff because there are no more lanterns. So it's gonna take like direction sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Are any of you guys like tractors or anything? 'Cause I am not.
Yep.
Nope, not me.
Oh, that's right. Boxcars
No.
growls. He starts growling at that.
Shut up.
Hey, relax.
I'll start going. I'll
Um,
start doing a.
I want to try and
survival
pet
checks.
boxcars.
you're trying pet boxcars.
I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna say just get away from that guy. In my head.
Okay. So you approach boxcars.
Yeah, real friendly, like some fingers out, letting him sniff me and shit.
Yeah, he seems to respect you.
Come on.
Right on. I give him some pets.
Yeah, he allows
like,
you.
track-
Oh, come on! Like
He
I'm like, can you track for us, boy?
I'm getting absolutely shit on.
he allows
right
you.
now.
He allows you 2 pets before he returns to Galer's side.
All right, I'll take it.
I keep saying Galer, but it's Galen.
I know. I was like,
I'm-
are you Galen?
I'm thinking of the new Pokemon region.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're taking the front, the ranger.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, should we Joe, you're still pretty damaged, aren't you?
I took
Iomi?
10 damage.
Should we rest, or you think you're good?
Well, somebody just went. But yeah, I'm fine. I think.
All right, if you say so.
I spent more key than anything.
Guys, make sure that you mute yourselves on Roll20 because I have to keep doing it.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, it keeps closing out for me. You know?
I know. Just when you click on your own audio on your little icon on Roll20, and it'll get rid of that echo.
All right.
I don't even think it's detecting my mic, so
Okay.
because I can't even.
It was already
Yeah.
muted for me, apparently. Or I don't know. I can't tell.
If Yaz is taking the lead, I'm not gonna have you guys roll any wisdom stuff just yet. But you guys are gonna keep pressing forward. You're not gonna rest.
If we have a chance to rest, I wouldn't mind just to get key points and shit back.
Guys,
What?
players.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
Okay, just making sure.
The monk is asking if everyone wants to rest.
Well, I just said my piece, but no one. I would like to rest to get key points if we can. Brendan, you spent
Yeah.
some spells.
Yeah,
so
totally.
if we have the opportunity,
I
we might as
agree.
well. Like, you know, if there's a Pokemon Center there already.
Yeah,
that's
I
messed
spent
up.
spells. That fucking creature.
So you guys are gonna set up camp.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
That's fine. So you guys do so.
So you're gonna be salty about this dragon, this whole quest, aren't you?
I'm just
I-
saying we didn't have to fucking let him go like that. It was kind of weird. Like I was gonna let him like go like healthy and shit, or maybe capture him.
We could have followed them.
You
but
were gonna
Corey,
capture him
did
you were
I
gonna
get that
capture-
gold? Did I find that?
Yeah,
gold?
why do you care?
Yes.
because it was unnecessary.
I'm putting it in.
It was wrong.
It's rogue.
He's not that creature is not your being to capture
Why not?
because he doesn't belong to you.
I don't know why that's so fun.
It's just like a random creature in the wilderness.
Why not?
It's fine. You'll live.
We're hunting
Not for
not.
pomegranates.
Yeah, we're not hunting.
golden pomegranates.
Yeah, not purple dragons.
You actually think that exists?
Tell you what, if you can hook a golden pomegranate with that lasso, it's yours, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, if you don't start eating it.
You guys argue into the night around the campfire. You guys are
Shit,
just
no
fucking
rest.
bickering.
Who started the fire?
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know who started the
These
fire.
guys?
It was probably
I do.
you. It was probably you because you're probably the
I don't
quickest.
need a fire.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't. You don't camp in fires, do you?
I start fires.
That's hilarious. He's
I
like,
might start a
he's
fire.
like, he goes when he goes to sleep. He goes like away from the fire. He's like, you know.
It would have been cool.
I say a little prayer to Ignis.
Mm.
Let me ruminate on the great flame.
That beast was scared and wanted freedom.
You don't care about
Grant
these.
me with higher intelligence. Oh, let the radiant goddess of
You don't
fire
care about beasts.
illuminate my mind.
Yeah, right, dude.
As he's praying, these two are just bickering.
And I'm getting so pissed.
So, are you here for the mission, or are you here to just add to your collection?
I don't have a collection.
So you're upset that I didn't let you start one?
I guess so, man. I guess so.
Hey, while they're doing that, I'm gonna go hunt for a sacrifice.
Yeah, and then he's gonna do that.
Okay.
But he.
Sure. Yeah, I like that. How do you do that? Is there a hunting thing? Survival?
Survival.
Actually, I have nothing in that. So I'd have to just straight up.
You literally don't know how to hunt,
No.
and you're like, I'm gonna go hunt, guys. It's a skill you do not possess, and you're like, I'm gonna try hunting.
Well, I'm very.
Try it, dude. You can make a survival check right the fuck now. Let's get you some sacrifices. You might nail it.
Get Ignis a sacrifice.
Fuck yeah.
Importante, okay?
Ignace.
Okay. What do I use? Dex? The hell?
That was kind of hot, Corey.
You like that? I gotta get this shit out of my face.
I want it in your face, please. What do I add to that? Do I add anything?
Pray for these fools, Mateo. You can just click on survival on your character sheet, and it'll roll it.
Survival?
Yep. It's gonna be under your skills on the left side.
Part. So tiny letters. There it is.
What is this? Text for ants?
Okay, so 5.
You find some bugs. They're like they're real big, real gross bugs.
That's good enough.
Not good enough. I don't think so either. Yeah.
No.
It's getting pretty late though.
Alright, I'll have to just get double next time.
The rest of the night is uneventful. You guys rest. You get all your stuff back. No encounters. And then you wake up, and you're not actually sure how long it's been, because it's definitely still nighttime. And you look up in the sky, and now the moons are completely unaligned. 3 moons from the opposite direction have now crossed over, and it's like the purple and the green one, and it's so now you can't read the stars anymore. And you are now relatively far away from the last 2 golden lanterns.
What kind of genjutsu is this?
However,
Kind of illusion.
it's not impossible for the ranger to hopefully still get you guys out of this. This is what he's trained for.
Do what you do.
What do you want me to roll?
Rain.
This will be... It would be survival, right? To find your way through the wilderness?
Yeah.
I would say.
Survival is wisdom.
I gotta take a peeps.
Sure.
You too.
You can just click on survival on your character sheet.
Okay.
Are you proficient with that?
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank God. Someone has to be.
There's a what? Oh, okay. 6, 7.
Total? That can't be
No.
right.
That's what I'm
What?
saying. I just like rolling the, I don't know. Maybe it is right.
No, that is right. 1d20 plus 5. You rolled a 1.
And a 2.
Oh my God. You guys are lost. You're lost. Oh my God.
Back.
No way we are lost. What are you talking about?
He rolled a 1.
What the hell?
You guys are completely lost.
Galen. Have you ever done this before?
Yeah.
First, you eat your rope. Now you get us lost.
Of course, dude. Me and Matt go to the bathroom, and he's gotta go.
And get us lost.
So you
There he
guys,
is.
you guys all kind of start coming to. You all wake up around the same time. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. Tacitus and Iomi wake up at the same time, and you notice.
Wake up
You,
together? Or?
yeah, you. One of you is the big spoon. One of you is little spoon,
Oh, okay.
and you see that Galan is like already kind of moving around, and he's already like investigating things, and he's already kind of like. You see that he's almost a little bit like frantic and really urgent in his movements.
What happened? Galen. Okay? Is everything alright? What, man? Tell me.
Hold on.
It's just the sound of all the wildlife just like chirping and rolling and cricketing.
No, I was just waiting for you guys, right?
Well, find the way, map maker.
Alright.
Range.
Oh, I gotta find the way again.
From where the map is, it seems like if you can keep track of where you are right now just by leaving the campsite up, you could just branch off in different directions until you maybe find an area that looks like somewhere you've already mapped out. That's kind of
track a little bit.
Yeah, that's a potential option. You hear something in the distance. It sounds an awful lot like a child giggling, sort of. And it kind of echoes a couple times.
Is he the only one that hears it?
No, everyone hears it. It could have been an animal, maybe. Like some kind of weird bird call or something.
Okay.
What beast was that, Tamer?
You
Me?
you hear it a couple more times, but this time coming from different directions.
Oh no.
Maybe that beast has all the info we need.
I don't think so. Maybe. Let's try to. I'm gonna try to retrace our steps a little bit, me and Bob,
Okay.
and then go forward again.
Okay. So, the ranger and his dog start moving around, and they kind of leave the campsite a little bit.
The ranger and his dog are doing something.
While that
I passed without a trace, so you don't see mine.
while
That's one of my abilities, actually.
while this is happening, there are these like small blue soft balls of light that are like flickering in and out of the darkness, and they're sort of making those giggling sounds as they sort of like pop in and out.
Oh shit.
They're maybe the size of like a tennis ball. You know, kind of look like Navi from Ocarina of Time.
Listen.
With no wings though, just the ball. And they just
Are they like clearly laughing, or does it just sound like they're laughing?
it's just the sound. It sounds like a little girl laughing, you know. And it'll sort of like glow almost like a firefly to where you can't really see it in the night until it illuminates for a second, you know. And so it'll glow and giggle and then sort of fade back out, and it'll be over here and glow. There's maybe like 5 or 6 of them. You roll a 16?
Yeah.
You actually are relatively confident that you think you know which way you came from.
Okay.
Like maybe like a 50-50 shot, but that's way better than having no idea. You know.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go back that way. Me and Buck
follow.
first.
You follow. I'll be autopiloting Tacitus, who follows as
Alright.
well, and he's scatting softly under his breath.
Scoot up.
Just give it a pop. Just
Scoot
give
up,
it a
pop,
shot.
boop,
Pop,
pop.
pop. And
Boy.
do you guys pack up the campsite or do you leave it there?
Well, it's not my shit.
Yes.
I'll pack it up.
Okay.
Gotta pack it up real quick.
You guys start heading, you following the ranger, and those things are following you as well. And they're like, they like kind of illuminate things pretty well, like a dim light, maybe 10 feet radius, and like a pale blue glow. And they continue giggling and just sort of following you. Not aggressively, just hovering and giggling.
Okay.
What happens if I giggle?
Do you giggle in return?
Yeah.
They seem excited by that, and they like gravitate towards you, and like you get like 4 of them like orbiting you,
These things are kind of cute.
and they're laughing. Yeah.
I'm like, look at you, little cute giggly thing.
You guys, I'm gonna roll 1, 2. Everybody do a group survival check.
It's wisdom, right?
Yes.
I got
rolled
5.
16 again.
Yeah, you guys definitely recognize where you are, 100%. Yep. Because I rolled pretty solid too, even though Matt doesn't have it. You guys have lost a lot of ground. You've probably walked backwards like half a day, but you know where you are. You still can't track the stars or the moons anymore, but you're no longer lost.
Well, that's something. Are these orbs still following us?
Once you stopped giggling, they kind of went back to just following you guys.
Can I, like, ask one if it has a name? Can I just be like, what's your name? Like, assume it has a name?
It does like a little figure 8, and then it boops you on the nose. And it's got like a strange spongy texture to it that you wouldn't expect. It's like really soft.
I respond by saying, I'm gonna call you Infinity.
And then it doesn't seem to respond to that, and it just goes and giggles and floats off.
Right on. These things are awesome.
Matt, you guys aren't lost anymore. I can't hear you. I muted you, that's why.
Yeah, I was about to say I can hear him.
You're back. Sorry.
You're back, and you're back.
So you guys just keep on trekking.
Yep.
After maybe another hour or so, these wisps start slowly moving in front of you, and they start like leading you. And I want everybody to roll another wisdom check.
Just straight up wisdom.
Yes.
Hey, I have a question. When you get asked to roll a wisdom check, can you take your passive?
I think passive I roll. I think.
Because my passive is 17.
13 in total.
Are you proficient with wisdom?
Yeah.
I think that's why, because you get your proficiency and your wisdom modifier. So
Right.
so that's what you get. Yeah.
I got 13 total.
Same.
These things are very, very clearly not leading you in the direction that that the gold lanterns were going in. I'm trying
I
to.
got 23, if that matters.
Okay, that does matter. So I'm trying to describe this as objectively as possible. The gold lanterns had you going in a straight path that followed the path of the golden moon. The wisps are trying to pull you in a direction that is skewed from that. And you can tell.
I'm just like, no, this way.
And they're like laughing, and they're all orbiting, and they're all going off this way.
No. No, this way.
They keep... Do you guys keep walking where you're walking?
Yeah, I keep going the original way.
Okay.
Mhm.
They stay with you, but like orbit around you so that they continue facing in the direction of the way that they want to go. And they keep
Right.
laughing and doing that as you keep moving.
I'm just gonna keep saying, no, this way. Keep going the way I'm going.
They all move in around Iomi, and they are in front of you, and they have no force that they can exert upon you, but they're in front of you, and they're like pressed on you. And they're very soft, and there's no effort behind it whatsoever. You're like petting them?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Hours pass.
Who's a widow wisp?
I won't say hours pass. I'll say time continues to pass, and you guys keep going. I'm hoping that you guys are still mapping all this out as well. You know,
Yep.
stuff like that. But yeah, you guys are still trucking along, and eventually the wisps break off, and they like start leaving you behind, and they kind of like fade off into the, the wilderness.
Peace.
You guys eventually, however, do come to a clearing. Like all of the dense flora of this place starts like becoming more spacious, less aggressive, and hanging over you at all times. and you start seeing large open spaces, and eventually you come to this big meadow where it's like acres and acres of open land, and you do see like hills, maybe like a stream. It's very picturesque. Like once you cross through this threshold, it's like this was like sculpted by somebody, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you do see at the top of the highest hill that there is a single tree that does shimmer with a strange kind of golden light to it.
That's where we're going.
You first.
Matt said you take the lead.
Sorry.
You're going up front, you said?
Yeah, I'll take the lead.
Okay. So Tacitus is going up front.
Tacitus.
Am I saying that right?
Tacitus.
Tacitus.
It's an old
Tacitus.
Roman name.
Okay. You guys, as you're walking through this meadow, through these like beautiful, lush fields of flowers and things like that, you do notice that there are, in the distance, on other hills and valleys that you can see from where you are, what appear to be centaurs. And you don't really have to roll to know what a centaur is, because they exist in the material plane as well.
Right.
But you can see them, and it appears like they've noticed you as well. There's like maybe 6 on this hill, 4 on another hill. They appear to be wearing armor. A lot of them appear to be carrying bows or spears. And none of them are really moving, but all of them are like watching you. And you can see one of them's got like an arrow notched already as you guys are sort of moving through this beautiful meadow.
That's wild. That's wild that you think that way.
Come in peace.
I'm gonna give him like a greeting, you know, like, yeah.
I mean, you no harm.
I say nothing.
They are like those guards in the UK that guard the palace. You know what I mean?
They just don't budge.
They're like completely like machines just analyzing you right now.
Okay.
How many is there again?
You could stop to count them if you'd like.
12.
Do I know is more than like, say... I don't
Just
know,
by
times-
eyeballing it, by kind of looking around, easily
Yeah.
30, 40.
Okay, so a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I tell what they're guarding?
They appear to just sort of like maybe live here. Like this is their home, maybe?
From what I could tell.
Yeah.
I'm letting you guys make this call.
I'm gonna keep going towards the golden pomegranate. Weapons not drawn. I'm just gonna keep walking.
I'm gonna try one more time. Just ask him a question. Anyone we can speak with. That's what I ask.
There aren't any that are nearby. They're all watching from a relatively far distance.
Oh, the centaur are?
Yes.
Oh, so they're not even close. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like darn.
They're you guys are currently cresting a hill, right? You're at the top of a hill.
Are we getting towards a mountain?
No, this is a relatively imagine, right? The rolling hills of like Scotland, where they're
I'm
like.
just trying to get the rain.
Hear me out.
I know.
Hear him?
So they're not very steep, and they kind of go on off into the distance. It's relatively easy to traverse these hills by foot, even though they're kind of large. And when you're at the top of one of these hills, you can see quite a ways away. You know.
Okay.
So as
just
you,
yes. I'm sorry. Just for clarity reasons for me, is it Arctic, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp, or
temperate, calm, room temperature, grassy plains.
okay?
You know.
So it's pretty much grassland type deal.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Grassland.
Okay.
Um,
That's all I wanted to know. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
So, like I said, it's very picturesque and beautiful, and there are streams and flowers. And as you crest this hill, you can see that it's this massive tree, and it has this sort of like like looking at it is breathtaking. Like you can't believe it's real, this tree. And it's got these like glowing golden fruits that hang from it, and it's just one hill down.
And we're going towards it.
They do see us though, right?
Oh, they're all looking. They're all looking.
So we just gotta be careful, guys.
Oh man,
There's a lot of them.
we gotta do like a Huckleberry Jones like type thing.
Oh,
maybe.
I got a picture of.
I can just run and snatch that bitch.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we're gonna have to snatch it, but
Why don't you guys make a ruckus and I'll run in and snatch it and get back real fast?
all right. How do you want us to?
Chili, I'm gonna post a picture. Or Corey, I'm gonna post a picture. Tell me if this like.
Perfect.
There you go.
But
Sweet.
along the sides of it, imagine along the edges of it, there's like just a huge, endless jungle forest.
Okay.
Instead of the water back there?
Exactly.
Instead of the water?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's dope.
Water. Water.
Yeah.
Well, if you think, do you think they're gonna attack us if we boy?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think so too.
You see all these dudes holding their bows? If you can give me not even 5 seconds, I can get in and out with that pomegranate. They're gonna know I have it, so we gotta book it once I'm back. But
Okay, I'm gonna go into my upstairs box and I'm gonna be like, all right, boxcars,
Upstairs box.
start running. He's gonna
Um.
run back the way we came,
Okay.
and he's gonna bark like he's got like something to prove, you know.
Okay. So, he does that perfectly, and he's just "Arr, arr, 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 arr," just going just full
Are they
speed.
looking at him?
Immediately, a group
Naruto run.
a group of like 8 centaur start running to intercept boxcars. And they're running down a hill, and immediately another group of like a dozen centaurs start running to intercept Joe. So all of this shit, there's just centaurs just mobilizing. They're just fucking mobilizing, and they're like swirling in this formation in a circle around the meadows.
I want to spend a key point
Mm-hmm.
on the dash action.
Mm-hmm.
My current speed is 40. It'll go up to 70 after this key point.
Mm-hmm.
70 feet per turn.
My 70 feet?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's
So
what,
I'm
12
gonna Naruto
feet?
run.
12 feet per second or something like that?
I'm going to Naruto run my ass off to this tree.
Matt,
I'm gonna
back
be-
him up.
This is gonna take a lot of chakra.
Dude, this
Alright, I will help as much as I can.
the Naruto theme's playing.
The battle music.
Okay. You
What happened?
first of all, Galan and Tacitus are probably blown away by how fast you're fucking moving right now. I don't know how fast like a cheetah runs. I think a cheetah runs
60
Fast.
miles per hour.
Yeah, something like that.
so I
60
think
miles per hour.
that's faster than that. I think you're not that fast, I don't think. But you're fucking fast. And
fucking fast.
unfortunately, the distance that you have to cross is too great because they are horses after all. And
Yeah, but he's.
I would say that they sort of you get to the tree first, right?
All right, hold on.
Okay.
But by the time you get to the tree, they're around.
But I can make a jump action with double jump after doing that.
Okay.
So I'm
yeah,
gonna leap right
yeah.
for a pomegranate. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna jump with double my speed, and it's gonna be
This is great.
Just get back to us and I got you, Joe.
22.
Like it's being played in reverse. You just go up, and I'm not gonna make you roll to grab it or anything. It is the size of a basketball.
I figured.
It's like, and it isn't really golden like metallic, but it is a really brilliant like amber color, and it does glow.
Ooh.
And you fall, right? You're yeah. So you're
I'm just
grabbing
grabbing
it.
it.
So you fall
Back around.
down, and you stick the landing, and the centaurs are like trotting up, like, and they all have like their bows knocked and aimed at you, and there are other ones who are closing in, and they have halberds, and they're sort of like steadily just like trot.
If I started running, how far away would I be?
I got echo
Wait, can I do something
on roll 20.
to what you just said?
It depends. That was a lot of stuff you just did.
Right. But are they like instantly attacking me or
No.
So they're just looking at me?
They are surrounding you in like a formation. Yeah.
So can I act though is all I'm getting out of here.
It depends on what you want to do.
I was going to spend another key point to jump again.
I don't think. Well,
Because I can spend a key point to disengage and do the same thing.
I'm gonna say before that, for you to do that, we would roll initiative and start combat.
Fine.
Combat, you know what I mean? But I will say that one of them does come up to you,
Okay.
and he's unarmed.
Alright.
He's the first thing you notice about this centaur is that he is breathtakingly handsome. This is a gorgeous horseman, and he sort of like flies his hair out of his face like, whoosh, and he's like, "That was a pretty impressive jump you just did there."
I've been practicing.
He says, "We have a lot to unpack here. If I'm being honest with you, we haven't had any intruders in here in like 3 millennia, and I don't think I've ever seen a human before. I think that's what you are, right? You're human?
Yes.
Because you're like us, but with like weird legs instead of like normal legs.
No, you're
Y'all
like us
got-
with
yeah.
weird legs.
They all kind of like look at these weird ass legs.
Anyway,
They're so small.
I don't know how you particularly feel about me right now, but you seemed hostile, so I reacted.
By stealing.
Well, yeah,
You came into our home, knowing it was our home and that these aren't yours, and
Yeah, do you
then
care about this?
your reaction to us being hostile was to steal. That was your defense mechanism, was to take from us.
Do you care about this though?
Do you know what that is?
No.
That's a golden pomegranate. Those grow once every 100 years.
Yeah, they grow on trees, dude. Why do you need one?
They're not to be taken, they're to be given. Those are gifts from the mother herself.
Why can't I have one?
Because the mother did not grant you one.
Who's the mother?
They, you hear like, oh, and then from the background you hear, what?
What is she proposing?
The mother, also known as the Earth Giver, the Harvest Bringer, Gaia herself. What do you?
Yeah,
Kind of the reason that
Gaia?
this
Gaia?
universe
I know Gaia.
exists.
I know Gaia. She said it was cool.
Listen, we're nice guys, you
How
know.
far?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna.
How far away is Joe from me?
Like 100 feet plus,
Ooh. We're still on our way, by the way.
like 200 feet probably,
We're trying.
up a hill.
Trying.
Hold on, Tacitus. You're just running in. Are you just running up the hill right now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, you're surrounded by centaurs. Immediately.
Oh, okay.
You're immediately surrounded by centaurs.
I'm just trying to help my friend out here.
So, the lead centaur says, listen, what's your name?
To me or to?
Iomi.
Okay, yeah, I tell him Iomi. Of the Umbra.
He says, my name is Arbor. We're nice guys. That doesn't belong to you, and you cannot have it. That's the bottom line. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, let me ask you something. How can I have it?
Well, typically, traditionally, they're granted to like legendary heroes, people that do great deeds, people that Gaia finds great favor in. Do you guys know Green Thumb?
Yep.
Green Thumb, you don't know Green Thumb. Do
I don't.
any of you have knowledge of history?
I have animal handling.
Green Thumb was Green Thumb was a legendary hero. He was a druid, and he was granted the last golden pomegranate. That was like 76 material plane years ago. So maybe he was a little bit before your guys' time.
My manager says I got to get back a. So
that's a great question. Let's talk about your manager. You're not even here. Are you approaching?
Yeah. I'm like literally box. Matt and Joe went this way. I'm just standing.
Boxcars is off in the distance, surrounded by centaurs, and you
How
are
far away?
like another 200 feet, and you are also currently.
He's 200 feet.
He was running full speed before he got intercepted.
Okay.
And you also are surrounded by centaurs. Yeah.
Not for long.
Okay, I like that. But anyways, so Arbor is just rambling about this fucking last pomegranate. Anyways, what are you guys doing here? How do you know about this place? How are you just gonna you guys are blowing my mind right now.
You just step through a portal. You put your goggles on. Well, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Could I pull a fast one and cast a spell?
That's what I'm gonna do pretty soon.
Can I see Iomi?
Initiative.
Ah, fuck. Just those two guys, or
Yeah.
21.
Absolutely.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion as a cantrip, and from behind us, the range is, let me look, 30 feet behind us, or like behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to cast the sound of beating drums. That's one of the things in the description.
Okay.
Like war drums.
Okay.
Some tool shit.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Oh shit.
Also, when I do that, Corey, I want to turn around like I'm scared. You know, I like.
What the hell is that? Look, over there.
You're fucking crazy, Joe. That's awesome.
Saucy Sauceum.
Saucy salsa.
They all take their eyes off you for a
Off
second.
me?
Yeah. And they all kind of like shift their attention off into the horizon.
Huckleberry Jones, Joe. Let's go. Get out of there.
Alright, then I'm going to do that key shit again to disengage as a bonus action. And jump. I'm going to jump as high as I can over him. Just whoosh.
30 feet?
Right
Try
to
to-
my
yeah.
arms.
That's what you get, right?
It's doubled.
I don't remember what jump... Oh, wait, your jump distance is doubled?
Yeah,
What's-
my jump distance
I don't
is
know
doubled.
what jump distance is. I don't know what that number is.
I think it would end up being 30 feet. You're right, because I think jump...
I
think any type of, like, climbing and jumping is half of your normal speed. If I'm not mistaken.
I'm
So-
very... I'm really not looking forward to what's about to happen because I want you guys to know that these are horse people.
Yes, we're.
So I'm hoping that whatever you guys are planning, because I know you're keeping me in the dark, and that's fine. I'm just hoping that whatever you're planning accounts for the fact that even though Joe is fast, these guys are fucking fast. So I'm hoping that whatever the plan is that you can cross this distance in time.
Yeah, but imagine
Because
Corey-
Joe's about to fucking like Mike over these centaurs right now. And
Imagine the speed.
he's about to space jam. Okay.
This would only be my second key point since the rest, though.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Okay.
Imagine centaurs colliding.
Also, that illusion stays up until I get hit or until I dismiss it.
Okay.
So they're just beating drums.
So yeah, you succeed. You leap over them. You hear Arbor call out. He's like, investigate the drums. And like a lot of the centaurs start heading off in that direction, right? but he's immediately got his fucking eyes out for you. And as you jump, and you're like, fucking. Right? And you hear his voice from behind you. He says, "Investigate the drums! Spear!"
Pete, what are you doing?
That's
Petey.
Lulu.
Or
Lulu.
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 Here's her butt.
It is now
When did you get in the game?
Galen's turn. You like that?
I still have a few more tricks up my sleeve, but I told you, Corey, if I write a character's backstory, he takes frame 1.
Oh my god, this fucking cat.
Is he fucking shit up?
Yeah, this cat's literally breaking shit right now.
Oh yeah, because we can't even. What's going on here?
Hello?
What, can you not
Your,
hear
yeah,
me?
your cat's fucking shit up.
Okay.
You're good now. That's hilarious. So, it's your turn.
My turn or whose turn?
Galen?
Yeah.
He's running this way, towards me.
Yeah, I'm getting back to the crew.
I'm
Away
gonna,
from the drums.
I'm gonna
Close
piece
there.
out the group of minotaurs or centaurs or.
Yeah.
Y'all can do what you want. I got the pomegranate. I'm completing the mission.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Longstrider on myself. Increase my movement by 10 feet.
Okay.
This is an action.
Yeah.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use and dip 20 feet towards boxcar.
You cut out. As a bonus action,
you
I'm
said
going
use.
to what?
I'm going to use Misty Step.
What does that do?
I teleport 20 feet away from these boyos.
In the direction of Joe.
Boxcars.
In the direction of boxcars.
Yeah, sorry, Joe. I mean, I gotta go that way. If we're gonna dip out, we're gonna get hit.
Oh yeah, I still got 2 more ideas to get out of here, and I got
I have some other ideas.
3 more key points. I'd use 2 key points out of 5.
So I use an action to increase my movement speed by 10 feet, and then I teleport 20 feet. Centaur circle that was surrounding.
Okay. So,
That's it.
you sort of like... and
Yep.
you're now outside of their circle. And they're like... "Rah, rah, 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 rah." And,
Just like, peace.
Tacitus, you are also currently being...
Surrounded, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The opposite direction. Where
He's in between you and Joe.
Oh, that's right.
But I am surrounded by...
Yes. And Joe's running towards you by himself with the pomegranate. Down the hill.
Alright. So I'm gonna have to really think of something here.
All you guys gotta do, Brendan's currently closest to the tree line. You have to get up this last hill, back down, and back into the trees.
Yep, and then we know where we're going.
Yeah. Technically, Boxcars is closest to the tree line because that's where you sent him.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask them if they're jazz fans.
So, you guys like jazz? Right? Something like that?
Yeah. What do they say?
I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, man.
They have zero sense of humor.
Alright.
One of them
I'm
goes,
gonna start scatting.
okay.
Skip-a-spap!
Wow.
One of them's like,
Should I roll? Should I roll?
no, you're good.
Mind you, this whole time Iomi's in the air.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, wait, he's holding the pomegranate.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just trying to distract him from Joe. So.
Just forgetting all of his training. He's just like, gotcha!
And I'm
He's Jody
scatting,
level shit.
I'm scatting my little heart out, just so you guys know.
Yeah, so Tacitus Kilgore is currently still surrounded by centaurs. And it is now Arbor's turn. And Joe, as you hit the ground running, you hear behind you. But he hasn't reached you yet, and he's got a beautifully crafted halberd in his hands, and he's fucking behind you.
Is he gonna? Yeah.
He doesn't look happy. He looks like he tried to defuse the situation non-lethally, and
Right,
you
but
decided you were gonna
what I
take it
don't-
anyways.
What I don't understand is like, Or am I just about to get hit? What's happening?
He's not saying anything. He's charging you with a spear in his hands.
Right, so can I roll to do something about it, or is it his turn?
That was his turn, is moving towards you. It's your turn now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking... Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it's rough.
So rough.
I'm going to use another key point,
It's thundering outside.
and,
It is. How'd you know that?
Maybe it's thundering in game.
I'm gonna dash again.
The centaur's thundering
Okay.
footsteps. Oh, or the drums, yeah.
The trooper is playing in the background.
And you can hear
Actually,
my
hold on, Corey.
thundering
Hold
scat.
on, Corey. I'm gonna cast not minor illusion. I'm going to use a key point to cast silence on him, so he can't make calls to the rest of his dudes. And then I'm going to use a bonus action to do the dash. You feel me? So that's 2 key points I'm spending,
Okay. Okay.
and one of them is a bonus action.
Okay.
So silence,
Yeah.
and then dip, fast as I can.
As you dash, you are now in line with Tacitus, who is on the side of the
Okay.
hill surrounded by centaurs. So Tacitus, you see Joe, and he's like running past you.
The centaur.
So you guys are all running down the last hill right now. To just remind everyone of like the geography, the layout, this last hill that leads into the fucking tree line. So you guys are going down this hill, centaurs are chasing you, and boxcars is already essentially out. Phew.
Phew.
Yaz, it's your turn. You just misty stepped. You have that distance increase, and you can make it to the tree line right now.
Oh, I'm going.
So the hunter or the ranger and his companion are both safe. The centaurs are still coming after you, but from where you are behind these trees, it's going to be awkward footing, and you're going to have the advantage because they're going to be like bottlenecking in through the trees, you know? Oh, that's definitely a hit. Oh. He does 4 plus 4 for 8 plus charging damage. Oh.
Just give it to me straight, Doc.
18 damage.
Chump shit.
So, as he's charging through, he just, like, opens up, like, this gash that runs straight through the side of your arm, like, and it's, like, he's severing all kinds of shit, and it, like, saws through a good portion of your bone. It's a really horrible wound to your left arm.
You said 18 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very, very horrible wound to your left arm, and it seems like fighting with your left arm might be out of the case right now.
That's fine. There's no
Um,
more fighting.
but you keep running, and he charges through, slices you, and then starts circling around for another charge, and it's now your turn, and you're just fucking running with this pomegranate.
I'm going to use minor illusion again
Yeah.
to like set up like a scarecrow me. I can't make a human me. I tried to. I looked into that. It doesn't work. But I can make like a dummy me if he falls for it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bonus action and dash again.
Okay.
And after this, I will have one more key point. That was my 4th key point out of 5.
Okay. So, like, behind you, it's like a scarecrow of you. And, Matt, it's now your turn, and you're fucking running.
How close am I to Joe right now?
He is much faster than you, so he's pulling away from you right now, and you just saw him get, like, sliced.
I look back at Matt and I'm like, Naruto, run!
And I totally got out of that circle, right? Centaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Not looking good. It's not looking good, Joe.
If I'm not mistaken, don't you run faster if you're raging? Is that right?
That was definitely a 3.5 thing. I don't know if it transferred. I'll look it up.
Because isn't it like a yeah? Because I mean, you can do some stuff.
At fifth level, he gets fast movement. Let me see if he needs to rage though.
Yeah, you get some shit, dude.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't need to rage as long as he's not wearing heavy armor. He gets an extra 10. And you can use the dash action just like I do and get the same speed as me. You'll match my speed. You just can't use it as a bonus action. I can do something then dash.
Dude,
Alright.
yeah, you can move really fast. Actually.
Yeah, you can run 72 if you spend your turn dashing.
That's
Dashing
kinda
just
weird as hell.
dashing flat out gives any character 30 movement speed added to what they already have.
All right, let's keep running. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
The monk thing is I can just dash on top of shit.
So yeah, you start like gaining ground quick. You are very fucking fast for a dwarf. You're very
That looks
fast.
funny as hell.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting you're a dwarf.
He's actually dwarven height is 4 feet to 5 feet, and he's like, give me the minimum. He wanted to be as short as a dwarf could physically be.
So Galen's human, right?
Yep.
Okay. 2 humans and a dwarf.
Love it.
Walk into a dimension.
Love it. So you guys are both going to make it. You're both running through the tree line, right? And the centaurs are closing in. And they all kind of start like slowing down, and they all kind of like come to a halt, and there's like a good 60 of them, you know? And you can see there's one in the distance who like accidentally went for the scarecrow but hope nobody noticed, and he's like you know.
So I noticed.
Yeah, you noticed. Yeah, it was super obvious. And it was the one that was into the scatting. It was the same guy who was like
He fell for both.
Yeah. And Arbor comes up and they kind of part ways for Arbor, and he's like, you guys are making a really big mistake. If you do this, you're making an enemy with a god. And he kind of just like looks at you, and they don't look like they're going to pursue you.
I tell him the worst that your god could do is send me to the void.
You guys are all
In
Well,
the tree line.
I'm just like, whatever.
I responded with what I said. If you want
Yeah.
me to repeat it, I don't know. I told him, Brendan, that the only thing their god can do is send me to the void.
Yep.
Send me to the void sooner.
So they're not coming into the tree line?
I'm good with my
no.
gun.
Alright, I'm gonna strike up a couple torches, and we're gonna back up slowly.
Hold on, real quick. Can I also cast another minor illusion of like another scarecrow? But can it be of the centaur that was an idiot?
Yes.
I let him know I seen it.
Yep.
What?
Now he's gonna go home and like.
Hey!
We're just gonna back up.
One drop of rain. Bloop. Another. Bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Whoosh! It's a torrential downpour. Horrible gale force winds. Rolling thunder. Lightning.
We gotta go.
Yep, we gotta go.
So you guys are going.
Go!
Back the way we came. Wait, I want to hand the boy the pomegranate to Matt.
I'm taking it.
I'm injured. I have a fucked up arm. He's got the same movement speed as me. If we're just running.
I got really ripped arms.
It's actually pretty heavy. It's a hefty dude. The pomegranate. It's
What are we talking? Like bowling ball or more?
Brendan gone again?
easily a good like 8 pounds, I would say. So like a small bowling ball, like a light bowling ball.
Cool.
Big baby.
A big baby, yeah. So it's raining, it's storming hard as shit, and you guys are going to have to start making wisdom checks to keep heading in the right direction.
Wisdom.
No, we'll be fine. Won't we?
Maybe
We
it's
already went through this terrain.
Won't we?
there's a lot of trees collapsing. There's a lot of like fucking.
So my passive wouldn't help me here.
What's your passive? Oh, your
17.
maybe you guys are. You guys are gonna be having to navigate some pretty intense shit.
Okay.
Alright. Let's do it. I'm rolling. This two. Whoa! Coffers.
So we're doing survival, or
Yes.
no?
I got 17. Oh, I did wisdom. I didn't.
That's
do
fine.
survival.
That's fine.
I got 9.
Hold on, I gotta pull up my shit again.
I'll say that you guys are fine for like that day. You know, the storm never stops. You guys end up getting tired. You guys are getting pretty fatigued. I'm not going to tell you that you have to rest. I'm just telling you that after so many hours pass, you start getting tired and the storm doesn't stop.
Oh, we're gonna have to rest. It's the only option, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right.
You guys can't start a fire. You can't set up tents. The wind's too strong. In fact,
we're gonna have to go for a shitty rest.
it's you probably would be able to pull off a short rest, I think.
Okay, that's fine.
Like a cat nap hiding behind a tree. And you guys you wake up and the blue lights are back. And they are just glowing nonstop. They're not flickering anymore, and they're dead silent. And they're just sort of there.
Now it's a party. I'm gonna stand up.
Hardy.
Do I get any key points back for the short rest?
I think you do. I think you get.
I
keys?
used 4. You can just tell me how many I get back, and I'll take.
I'll let you get 2 of them. You get 2 of them.
All right.
Just to keep it moving, you know.
Yeah, so I have 3 left.
I think you do.
But yeah, so you guys wake up, and that's all. That's the only thing of note that's happening at the moment. The lights are back.
Lights are
Well, they're
back.
not giggling.
When I get up, do they react? Like I stand up, get up. I'm not
They're
like,
they're
"Oh,
completely stationary.
I look back at these 2, and I'm like, "You guys ready to move?"
Always.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's still thunder, still crazy wind. You guys are soaked to the bone. You're cold, and another hour passes.
The map maker needed a bath.
Another hour passes, and you see the first golden lantern.
Oh,
So how far do you think away? So like what? Like
You guys,
mile?
yeah, you guys finished the whole lantern thing in 1 day of travel.
Okay.
Did you guys hear what I said?
Well, no, you said "oh shit" and it cut out.
Oh, I said I'm gonna follow the lanterns unless these guys are opposed.
Yeah,
No, we're
No, I'm
following
with you.
lanterns.
yeah. The lights follow you guys.
Fuck out of here.
Like 10 feet away from you ish.
Okay.
And they don't make any noise. They don't flicker. And they're really like still and like deliberate in their movement as they like follow you. And you start seeing, as you move through this now well-established trail in the ground, that there's all kinds of animals. Not monsters, strange-looking things like foxes with 6 eyes, and like snakes that have like weird vertical mouths. And they're all just sort of like watching, and they all kind of clear their path. And there are like things hanging from the trees watching. And
Okay, hold on. I got a question with these snakes with vertical mouths. Is there an eye on each side of the jaw?
it's got a regular snake head, right? But then
And then-
along its body, it's just like mouth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's fucked. I don't like that.
Yeah. And everything makes its way for you as you continue down the path, and you reach the way station.
Let's go.
And you see the portal.
I'm like, yeah, we back.
Phew, you pass through. And
Oh, I thought we had to call it or something.
no, it's open. Yeah, it's open. And
Alright.
as you guys come back through the portal into the material plane, it's like touchdown at mission control. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, "Hey!" and it's like a party.
I'm like, shut that shit. Shut that shit. Shut that shit right now.
There's one guy who's like, oh, whoop, and it closes. And Thunderbeard approaches. He's like, you did it! Holy shit, you fucking did it!
Yeah, I carried him.
He's like, he like holds his hands out expectantly for the pomegranate from Tacitus.
You got it, Matt.
Oh yeah, here.
A couple sexy golems walk up and start mending your wounds, Joe.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It hurts. It stinks there.
They're like like massaging you and healing you and stuff. And Thunderbeard is examining the pomegranate, and he's like, if I'm being honest, I don't really know what this thing does. And he like hands it off to another mage who takes it off, and he's like, 5,000 gold, was it?
Yeah.
He like gestures to another one. He's like, have a seat, and he like has like other sexy golems come by, and they bring you guys like food, like delicious mage conjured dishes and things like that.
Is this mage conjured?
It's it's fresh out of the fucking pocket dimension.
Tastes like microwave shit.
Yeah, a little bit. It's got a weird it's weird.
It's like what?
It's dry.
But there are like, I don't know how big it would be. A chest, maybe the size like it's got to be bigger than a shoebox if it has 5,000 gold in it, right? But they carry them out. They've got 5,000 gold in them.
What if like each gold piece was like this big?
No.
No. Too big?
No.
Huh?
Actually,
Still too big?
I forgot that I didn't do. I used to do ingots, so it's in ingot form, of course, because
Okay.
an ingot is 100 gold pieces.
Oh, I always thought an ingot was a G.
Is it 1,000?
I don't know.
I think it's 100 because an ingot's only like the size of a brick,
Right.
So so it would be like 50 ingots.
Okay.
For each of you in these big ornate wooden chests that are probably worth money themselves.
So we each get 50, or we're splitting
You
this?
each get 5,000.
Ooh.
We each get 5,000.
So add 5,000
Yeah.
now. All right.
Jesus.
Now.
Payout's big.
Yeah.
Cha.
I have 5,002 gold. Because I gave 2 of my 4 to Brendan.
And Matt made back the 1 gold that he spent
Yep.
on ice cream
Yes, I did.
by going and fishing it out of the woods.
I thought you were gonna make me. I thought you were gonna make me roll for that.
No,
too.
man, it was right there.
You never know. Brandon could have like fucking tossed it with all his might. Like I don't want shit.
So you guys are back. You've been paid, and Thunderbeard says, we'll contact you guys in the future because we've got a couple other things lined up that we need investigating on. Would you be able to do this, say, in 3 days' time?
I don't see why not.
I can.
Yes.
Yeah.
In real life too.
I'll get back to you, actually.
They,
Oh.
Thunderbeard sort of like immediately just turns off that he's talking to you. Like he just like goes off and starts doing stuff.
Like a Pokemon NPC?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, like an Oblivion NPC. Have you heard of the High Elves?
That's fucked. Have you heard of this whole race of people that walk the earth?
And then, so we're gonna call it there. We're gonna call the session there.
Right on.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah, man.
That was great.
Thanks for having me.
You guys have made some decisions. You've made some choices, and I'm super excited to start like doing some
I
stuff.
can't believe I'm alive. I thought you were gonna kill me.
Nah, Nah, because I like too much the idea of you guys committing a gross act of offense against a god. Session 1.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. We'll see. Dude, gods don't matter in the void, man.
Oh.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Like, we worship, like, a time and space.
Mm-hmm.
Take your being and shove it up your butt.
You worship, like...
Shove up your void.
You know, if I wasn't playing a serious character, I'd have been, when he was like, you're gonna anger a god, I'd have been like, your god poops too.